Bad ninth and play third base. See if your defense can top that, Mr. Anderson.
I don't think that it can. Well, let's try this right here. Taking them out tonight for the Yankees, a right-hander Ivan Nova. This right here, the big issue for Ivan Nova. 13 home runs given up, 62 and 2/3 innings. Has a good record, ERA not so good. The home runs, the same number of home runs that he gave up last year in over 100 innings more. 165 plus innings last year, 13 home runs, 13 already this year. Too many balls elevated in the zone.
He's given up 8 home runs to lefty swingers and 5 home runs to right-handed hitters. More on those splits in a moment. First pitch of this game presented by Pinch-A-Penny, and it comes in too high to Desmond Jennings. 1 ball and no strikes. And a line shot, base hit. He got it past Cano and into right center field, where Swisher makes the pickup, and Desmond Jennings is aboard to start this game.
Well, this is what you would expect from Rays hitters. Ivan Nova, a lot of balls catching the plate. That was down in the zone, but Desmond Jennings does a nice job of staying right through it, shooting that ball to right center. Hit that ball hard.
B.J. Upton. B.J. hitting .275 for the year to move to first. Jennings back in there. Desmond just returning to the lineup in the game last night. Had a base hit his last time up. Went 1 for 4. And a base hit his first time up tonight. And that's a strike. Alan Porter, young umpire out of Pennsylvania, calling the balls and strikes. Big cut to miss by B.J. He's behind, missing the fastball.
You know, B.J. just pulled off that pitch there by Nova. That was right down Broadway.
Upstairs, 1-2.
A lot of times you'll get a guy to try to chase that fastball up above the zone, especially when you have the count way in your favor, 0-2. If he takes it, and then you come back with the breaking ball.
And a cut to miss. Up and out on strikes.
Let's take a quick look at the Yankee defense as it lines up behind Nova tonight in the outfield, left to right. Raul Ibanez, Curtis Granderson, and Nick Swisher. Across the infield, third to first, Eric Chavez, Derek Jeter, Robinson Cano, and Mark Teixeira. Russell Martin once again behind the plate.
And here's Matt Joyce. Matt in the lineup last night. Was not in the starting lineup against Andy Pettit in the first game of this series. An on-base percentage of .400. That's 5th in the American League for Matt Joyce. Pitch is down and in, a ball and no strikes. Our Acura inside look. Paul Konerko leading the American League in on-base percentage with a .445. Matt Joyce at .400. Those are the 5 hitters in the American League to go .400 or better with the on-base percentage. Over to first. Jennings back in.
And I think that's why you hear so much chatter when he's healthy and not in the lineup with a team that's searching for offense.
Yep.
You know, tough lefty or not. Don't see any other Rays up there.
Now the pitch. And he takes that one for a strike. Had some late movement on it, a breaking ball. He has thrown both the curve and the slider, and the slider is an emerging pitch for him. It's on its way up. Comes curveball again, down and in this time.
Would you say it's trending?
Trending, yes, trending.
Trending up. Yeah, and a lot of times, pitchers like to stay away from that because you can almost start to combine the two. The slider and the curveball almost becomes a slurve. It used to be that most pitching coaches wanted you to pick one or the other.
Ground ball to second. Cano to Jeter 1. First base 4-6-3 on the double play to retire the Rays in the first. Bottom of the inning coming. No score.
There are a lot of cars out there. Many of them claim to have great this or great that. But what if you could put all of their collective greatness together? That would be one awesome car. The best-selling car in America, even. That would be the new Toyota Camry. Redefining the class once again. Right now, get 0% APR on the all-new 2012 Camry. Plus, get Toyota Care with complimentary maintenance and roadside assistance.
Whoa, Megan Landry alert. And she's looking directly at your new Lumia. Thank you, AT&T. First, why don't you show her the curved edge? Now, move on to the slick navigation tiles. Bam, right into the People Hub. See, Megan? Colin has lots of friends.
Hey, Colin, what kind of phone is that?
What? Oh, Megan, when did you get here? Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, let's do it.
Introducing the beautifully different Nokia Lumia 900, only from AT&T. Rethink possible.
Honey, you are not gonna believe this. I bought Pepsi Next.
What's Pepsi Next?
It's the new cola from Pepsi. It's got real cola taste, but 60% less sugar.
Real cola taste, 60% less sugar.
Yeah. I know.
It's unbelievable.
But this is the most impressive thing I've ever experienced in my entire life.
Oh, definitely. Look at the camera. I've never had anything like it. My parents are gonna flip.
Yeah, they're gonna be so proud.
Introducing Pepsi Next. Drink it to believe it.
Are you getting this, honey? It's going viral.
Tonight's Rays game is presented in high definition, brought to you by H.H. Gregg. Let's take a look at the New York lineup. Put together by Joe Girardi. Derek Jeter again leads it off. This is the lineup they featured last night. No creativity in this one. It's the same old thing. Jeter, Curtis Granderson, and Alex Rodriguez, except A-Rod's the DH and not playing third. Cano, Teixeira, Ibanez, Swisher in right. Eric Chavez hits eighth place third, and Russell Martin will catch in bad ninth.
Well, taking the mound tonight for the Tampa Bay Rays will be right-hander Alex Cobb. Now, one thing you can guarantee is he's going to sleep well tonight, because when you face a lineup like that has the quality 1 through 9, it takes a lot of mental fortitude to get through it 3 or 4 times. You see his season numbers be his 4th start of the year. Alex Cobb, a couple of starts, we talked about it in the open against American League East clubs. Boston and New York threw well against the Yankees here last year, so not going to be starstruck. The key for him is just to go out and be able to throw quality strikes early in the count. The Yankee lineup will come out swinging if he's leaving the ball over the heart of the plate.
And there's Joe Girardi. The New York club, a half game back of the Rays and the Orioles, running third in the East. And there is the American League East, as close as you want to be. Toronto and then Boston. Boston 3 back. Here's Jeter leading the American League in total hits with 75. And the first pitch is a strike. Jeter 4th in the league overall in hitting. He's averaged .329. Inside, 1-1. Jeter takes it up the right side, slicing out of play. 1-2. Well, 2 starts ago, Alex Cobb became only the 7th Boston-born pitcher ever to start a game at Fenway Park, which still seems remarkable to me. In 100 years, only 7. But he made that start against the Red Sox and then started at home against the Chicago White Sox. Jeter just got a piece of that one and caught a little bit of Jose Molina, and that's not only a nightly occurrence, but it's getting to the point where it's almost every inning he's having some kind of foul ball deflected off one part of his body or another.
A great shot of Joe and Jose Molina, a little nonverbal back and forth. They notice it too.
2 balls, 2 strikes. And a bit too close. Jeter runs the count to 3-2. The New York win last night gives the Yankees a winning record inside the American League East now. They're 10-9. The Rays have gone 17-13 inside the AL East, head to head. Three-two, and a chopper. Cobb waiting for it to come down, and the throw to first. A little high, but Pena with a big reach over there handles that one.
Let's take a look at the Ray defense as it lines up in the outfield. Left to right, Desmond Jennings, B.J. Upton, and Matt Joyce. Across the infield, third to first, Will Rhymes, Sean Rodriguez, Ben Zobrist, and Carlos Pena. Jose Molina will be behind the plate.
Now Curtis Granderson, and the shift is on. Sean Rodriguez, who's playing shortstop tonight, moves over to the first base side of second. Granderson takes a strike in the upper reaches of the strike zone. Granderson back to the hill. Cobb right to Pena, 2 up and 2 down.
Well, that's one way to take the defense out of it. Just have them hit comebackers to you. I'll pitch, I'll either strike you out, or you can hit the ball back to me.
That sounds like a pitcher's dream, doesn't it?
It does.
I'll give you 2 options.
Right.
You either strike out or hit a little comebacker to me. That's the way the game is supposed to be played.
We'll all get along just fine.
2 up, 2 down, and here is Alex Rodriguez. Starts him with a pitch up out of the zone. 1-0. Two balls, no strikes. Alex working 5 innings against the White Sox his last time. Just over 91 pitches in that one. 2-1. Rays lost that game 4-3 after winning starts against Atlanta and Boston. Two-one pitch. High fly ball, straight away center. A lot of territory out there. BJ's waiting for it. That retires the side. 1-2-3. We go to the second inning. No score.
Around every corner, inside every window, there's magic and excitement to discover in the wizarding world of Harry Potter at Universal Orlando Resort. From Ollivanders to the Goblet of Fire to Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, you'll experience something new every time you visit. See it all with an annual pass. Universal Orlando Resort, where you can be courageous, be outrageous, be extraordinary.
Tune in for Rays Live post-game after every game only on Fox's Sun Sports, where Rays fans live.
Let's stay awake and listen to the...
Live unforgettable moments with Chrome. And now Chrome Sport by Edzaro.
Available at Macy's.
Why isn't the economy stronger? In the seconds it takes to watch this, our national debt will increase 1.4 million. In 2008, Barack Obama said,
"We can't mortgage our children's future on a mountain of debt."
Now he's adding 4 billion in debt every day, borrowing from China for his spending. Every second, growing our debt faster than our economy. Tell Obama, stop the spending. Support the New Majority Agenda at newmajorityagenda.org.
Let's stay awake and listen to the...
Live unforgettable moments with Chrome. And now Chrome Sport by Edzaro.
Available at Macy's.
You're watching Fox's Sun Sports.
Well, as we head into the top of the second inning, scoreless here in the Bronx. Tonight's game and all season long, Tires Plus will donate $100 to the Pediatric Cancer Foundation for every Tampa Bay Rays home run televised on Sun Sports and Fox Sports Florida.
Peek into the Rays dugout before Ben Zobrist walks to the plate to lead off the second. A shot of David Price in there. He'll be starting tomorrow against CC Sabathia, the wrap-up game of this series. Price will be after his 8th win, and so will Sabathia.
Marquee. And what is that, the 7th or 8th time that those two have hooked up?
And it seems every time these two teams play, there's a matchup between Price and Sabathia. Ground ball to the left of Cano, who makes a nice pickup, and from the outfield grass throws out Ben Zobrist.
Robinson Cano, a nice job moving to his left, and then the spin, sidearm throw right on the money. When he is smooth, we saw him turn a double play in last night's ball game that really, if he wasn't so quick and smooth, there was no chance to get it done, but he has vastly improved his defense out there at second base.
Matsui takes a pitch, and that's in there for strike one. Yeah, you know, and Cano sometimes in the past had been criticized because he appeared to be so nonchalant. He made a tough play right there, and he made it appear to be very easy. And then the toss, you'd say, well, that was a nonchalant toss, but they're accurate throws. He made the pickup off the lip of the infield there and into short right field. Almost an effortless pick on the ball.
And what's amazing too is when he stands flat-footed and flips that ball over to first, how much velocity is on the throw.
By the mound to short. Jeter with the pickup, but his toss takes care of Hideki Matsui. A couple of ground balls here in the second inning. You know, you made a nice point earlier about Nova. Here's a guy's given up all these home runs, but he got that double play ball out of Joyce, and he's thrown a lot of double play balls this year despite giving up home runs.
Yeah, I mean, his walk totals are up. The home run total we talked about, 13 last year in 165 plus innings, 13 this year in a little over 62. But yet when he needs it, he's able to put the ball on the ground and right at the top of the heap in the American League with double plays.
Carlos Pena takes the first pitch strike. You see all those extra base hits he's allowed. 40, he tops that list. 13 of them home runs, and yet a dozen double play balls. Pitch in on Pena, and he fouls it to the left. Out of play.
And you know what? Try to wrap your mind around this, Dwayne, but his BABIP is 365, which is way above the norm.
And yet here he is, 6-2.
It's called run support. It's called that lineup that we talked about.
Yeah, that requires no creativity.
No.
A little tap up the right side. Count still 2 strikes. That's 2 ground balls from Zobrist, and Matsui. Nova ahead in the count to Carlos Pena. And a hot shot line drive right to Teixeira. And that helps your BA VIP as well, doesn't it? No score, bottom of the second coming.
There are a lot of cars out there. Many of them claim to have great this or great that. But what if you could put all of their collective greatness together? That would be one awesome car. The best-selling car in America, even. That would be the new Toyota Camry. Redefining the class once again. Right now, get 0% APR on the all-new 2012 Camry. Plus, get Toyota Care with complimentary maintenance and roadside assistance.
You could tell when a track works or not. You know, people are dancing or they're clearing the floor.
Whether you're a rock star, people feeling good about themselves is what I strive for.
Allie was great. She cuts exactly what I wanted.
We rock the cut.
Yeah.
Walk with me. Take me to places untrampled. Pathways bathed in amber. For this day is a gift. So let us abandon our routines, dance by half light, and keep all of our promises.
Visit stpeteclearwater.com.
How fast is your internet? Chances are it depends. If you only have one device online, you get one speed. But if you have multiple devices and you're streaming video and gaming, you get a different speed. Verizon Fios is different. It's 100% fiber optic. That means it's faster and can handle everything you do online. Fios is America's fastest, most reliable internet, period. Do you have the speed you need? Take the speed test now at verizon.com/up-to-speed.
All right, we're scoreless as we head to the bottom half of the second inning. It is a Web Wednesday. If you want to ask a question that Dwayne and BA can answer tonight, just email us at asktherays@fox.com or tweet at SunSportsRays with the hashtag AskTheRays. Catherine has our first question tonight. Guys, she wants to know, with all these shifting defenses see the Rays employ against the Yankees, when did this shifting defense start? Guys, back to you.
Well, Lou Boudreau, as a player manager for the Cleveland Indians, really sensationalized the idea of the shift when he deployed the Ted Williams shift in the 40s. Lou became a player manager of the Indians when he was 24 years old, starting their shortstop, and then became a player manager and devised that shift. And now, in fact, I'm surprised that Joe Madden doesn't at least have a picture of Boudreau somewhere.
Yeah,
either in his home or his office.
Well, I'm glad you took that. I mean, that was quick, right off the top of your head.
Well, Lou was a partner of mine for years back in our Chicago days. A foul ball by Robinson Cano. I was a mere pup at the time and happy to occupy a seat next to him in the radio booth in Chicago. And Lou, even after he had retired and was voted into the Hall of Fame, still had a great knack of anticipating this game. Ground ball to short. Sean Rodriguez throws out Cano.
I'm also glad that you took the question when you did, because they asked when the shifting started. I was going to say, listen, for me, I started to get shifty around 12:30, 12:45 last night, and that's when it started for me. But
yeah, that's when I went home.
Yeah, right. And that's you jumping in there and taking that question really saved me the embarrassment of here we are. It's probably a good idea.
The shift here for Teixeira,
and there he is. Ben Zobrist, shallow right center.
The pitch to Teixeira is a strike. Well, you know, Zobrist is the perfect guy to play in this shift. It splits the difference between right field and second base, and there's one over the shift. Way up and gone into the second deck. An 0-1 pitch, and Teixeira hits his 10th home run of the season. That's the first home run given up by Alex Cobb. 1-0 New York.
Man, that ball just a little bit too much plate. Was elevated, mistake pitch, and a good hitter like Mark Teixeira is going to make you pay. There it is. You can see that ball just spinning. Middle of the plate, right into the wheelhouse.
Ibanez takes the first pitch, a fastball for a strike. It's the 82nd home run of the year for the Yankees. A little foul ball back, 0-2. Pitch is inside, now 1-2. Ground ball to third, Rhymes up with it, and the throw to first. So Ibanez is out, 5-3. He's going to bring up the right fielder, Nick Swisher.
Let's take a look at our scouting report on Nick Swisher, brought to you by Coventry Healthcare of Florida, making the most of it. Now, Nick Swisher this year, just a .249 batting average, but he has 8 home runs and leads this potent Yankee lineup with 34 RBIs. And he's tough on the Rays, since coming over to the New York Yankees in 2009, hitting over 300 with 14 home runs against the Rays. That 14 home runs is tied for the most he has against any ball club in that time span with the Baltimore Orioles.
Pitch fouled back. That's a strike. Two outs with a run home. One ball, one strike. Bottom of the second inning. Two and one. The Rays, with this road trip, will be spending a lot of time on the road. The stretch now, 15 out of 21 games on the road. And that's a strike. 2-2. Jeremy Hellickson and Matt Moore, they'll be the first two pitchers in the series when the road trip moves into Miami. And strike three called on the inside corner. Fastball came back to grab the edge. One run on the home run by Teixeira. 1-0 New York.
Menu looks great. We're gonna need like 1 million more.
Steak and Shake prices plus 2012 equals set in stone. Set prices on our entire menu all year long. Steak and Shake, just no equal.
Here, there, everywhere. The #1 satellite TV service in the world has been set free. Introducing DirecTV Everywhere. Now your favorite shows and movies are right where you want them. Anytime, anywhere. All at no extra charge. Download the free app today or go to directv.com/everywhere. Now you can take it with you.
Hi, I'm Dixie Carter. Over 150,000 people in the United States are suffering from a painful neurological disorder called spasmodic torticollis. Many people with torticollis remain undiagnosed. The cause isn't known, and there is no cure, but help is available. The National Spasmodic Torticollis Association is a nonprofit organization providing help and vital information to those in need. If you or someone you know has a painful twisted neck like this, please call 1-800-HURTFUL.
Can you hear it? Fueling the American spirit. No matter when, no matter where, Marathon will take you there.
1-0 New York on the home run by Teixeira as we go to the third. Don't miss the Rays annual broadcast auction Wednesday, June 13th. Fans will have a chance to bid on one-of-a-kind Rays experiences, even a trip to the All-Star game. Proceeds benefit the Rays Baseball Foundation and Tampa General Hospital's Children's Medical Center. Visit raysbaseball.com/broadcast auction for more details. Ivan Nova on the hill. Lifetime 3-0 against the Rays, covering 5 starts. Sean Rodriguez lifts it into short center. Granderson is there, and he makes the play for the out.
I think Granderson right there was a little bit fooled by the big swing from Sean Rodriguez, initially not realizing that ball was off the handle.
One thing about Granderson, and watch him when, for example, Upton, who can shoot the ball to center field, but he'll play a shallow center field, trying to cut off a lot of base hits, but on a big swing, his tendency will be to go back. There's a lot of territory for him to cover behind them as he plays a shallow center. Here's Molina. And the pitch is a strike.
Well, I remember Curt Schilling always used to say, listen, I want my defense, especially my outfield defense, to play to take away balls that are, hit off the end of the bat or off the handle where you jam a guy. He said, listen, if a ball gets over your head, that mistake's on me. But I don't want to make a good pitch and jam a guy, get it off the end of the bat and have it fall in front of you.
Yep. Two strikes the count to Molina. One of Molina's 2 home runs came against Ivan Nova. That was in the game he pitched against the Rays up here in early May. In fact, he was down 0-2 and hit one out. The pitch is high.
Interesting to see what he comes back here against Molina. He went high on B.J. Upton and then came back with a changeup to strike him out. Doesn't look like it.
Little tap to third. Chavez makes the throw to first. Molina's out number 2.
That's usually the more traditional. A lot of the pitchers that have a good curveball with a lot of depth to it throw that fastball up and let you see that 4-seam spin up near your eyes and then drop that good curveball, because a good curveball that has that kind of depth will come out of the hand appearing to be spinning 4-seam spin just the other way, and then all of a sudden it drops. Fool a lot of hitters that way.
Will Rhymes in the lineup here against the right-hander. Will hitting .273 for the year. The pitch is a strike call. He's 18 out of 47 against right-handed pitching and is hit by that pitch. So the Rays get a base runner. Rhymes heads to first.
Will Rhymes took that one for the team. Very little effort of getting out of the way. He hangs out right over the plate. Takes that right off the elbow.
Well, that's pretty close. Not exactly, but close to the spot you can see where he was hit by Franklin Morales. And that's still with him.
That's still with me.
Boy. If it ever sounded like a foul ball off a guy's forearm, that did. And the fact that there was no broken bone is still surprising. One strike the count to Jennings. Jennings lined a base hit into right center, his first time. Popper up the right side, foul, and that carries out of play. We had just a little rain falling here a few minutes ago, and a couple of umbrellas popped out, but they put those away, and the rainbow is out.
And a rainbow sighting dead center field.
There you go.
There it is.
Tap foul. Rodriguez went out to center with a pop fly. Molina out third to first before Rhymes was hit by a pitch. And a swing and a miss by Desmond Jennings on the fastball at 94. No runs, a hit batter, and a man left. We go to the bottom of the third, 1-0 New York.
Got a fresh new start. It's a brand new day. And I got lots of love to give away. It don't matter if it's raining. Nothing can faze me. I make my own.
Remember everything your yard needs every single spring. Just one of the many ways My Lowe's revolutionizes managing your entire home. Sign up at Lowe's.com. Lowe's, never stop improving.
I've been growing oranges my whole life, ever since I can remember. My name is Paul Fabry, and I grow oranges in Florida for Tropicana. My grandpa taught me that there's no orange like a Florida orange. They're grown in just the right soil with the perfect amount of sunshine. See? That's how you get that beautiful color and ripeness. Tropicana Pure Premium is made with 100% Florida oranges, because the best oranges make the best juice.
Be sure to log on to FoxSportsFlorida.com and stay informed on your favorite Florida teams. Don't forget to like us on Facebook for automatic updates. FoxSportsFlorida.com.
Bottom half of the third inning, Yankees leading 1-0. It is a website Wednesday. We have more questions for the booth tonight. You can email us at AskTheRays@Fox.com or tweet at SunSportsRays, hashtag AskTheRays. Next question is, with all these errors lately on the infield, especially, guys, we have Jerry and Kimberly wondering if you think it was a lot of guys playing in different positions on the infield that's possibly causing the problems. Back to you.
Well, we go to the bottom of the third, 1-0. I'm not so sure that it has anything to do with the shift. If it did, I think we'd see more errors when the shift was employed, and we really haven't seen that. We've seen a lot of errors just straight up, and I think that it's a combination of things. One of them, I think, the injuries have assisted the error situation, because you have not only a lot of players playing here, filling in, they haven't played together a lot, and they have had to shift around. Chavez takes the pitches down, 1 ball and no strikes. But in terms of whether they use the shift or not, I'm not sure that has much to do with it. But I think the idea that they have different players filling in for injured players has something to do with that. And on top of that, for an example, Drew Sutton can play all over the place, but he's really comfortable at second base. So now he's played a lot at third. well, you're going to run into potential problems there. And I think that's the case. And then we've had guys who have been here who have been outstanding day in and day out defenders for the Rays make errors that we've never seen them really make before. We saw a couple of examples of that last night. And you mentioned something at the time, whether or not it's starting to be a mental thing. I have to believe that it would be.
I think when you see the errors that were made last night in particular, I think there's no question it's become mental because, you know, the ball to Elliott Johnson, I mean, that was a screaming one-hop shot. He's got all day to throw Ibanez out. Instead of taking a nice crow hop and throwing that ball with confidence to Carlos Pena, he's kind of flat-footed, open hips, just kind of fillets that ball over there, ends up 6-7 feet short to where Carlos can't even really go out and scoop it. His best bet was almost to step behind first base and try to play it off the hop. And then, you know, the ground ball to Ben Zobrist. Ben Zobrist is one of those guys, you know, you put him in right field, you put him in second base, he plays tremendous defense. And that was a ball that he had to slide a foot, you know, or a step or two to his left. A perfect hop somehow gets between, you know, his glove hand and gets between his legs.
Yep. And Zobrist, that's a big plus for him. I mean, he's an outstanding defender, whether he's at second base or right field. Cobb handles this one, and Chavez is out. But it's been a complete collapse at this point defensively for the Rays. They're on a pace to double last year's error total, and this was highly unanticipated. Joe Madden said he thinks it's a virus.
He did say it was a virus, and I mean, it really has taken over the entire team, and I think it's guys are thinking about it. It's being talked about. They're being questioned about it. You know, they're talking. The media goes in there. They ask guys questions all the time. It's gone to the forefront of their mind, and now you're seeing them make uncharacteristic errors, not just, you know, errors that happen, but errors on just routine, simple baseball 101 type of plays.
One strike to count to Russell Martin. Liner into center. BJ frozen out there as the ball's hit right to him. Martin is the second out.
Now that sometimes can be the toughest play for an outfielder, is the line drive right at you. It's tough to read right off the bat. Is it going to be in front, maybe over my head? BJ Upton has seen plenty of these. There you go. I see you get into that stance and read. Okay, where's that ball at? Try to get some perspective. Didn't have to move far.
Well, Jeter, the top of the order with 2 outs and the base is empty. Well, the fact that they have survived the injuries, the errors, and lack of offense, and they start the day tied for first in the toughest division going, really gives you a lot of hope that when Longoria comes back, Jennings already back, and Evans talking about being back maybe by the middle of the month. They talked about a rehab assignment then, but he's apparently feeling pretty good about his situation. So you're still going to have a Gold Glove defender there. You're going to have Pena at first. You're going to have Zobrist. But you have some guys who are outstanding defensive players, and Upton with the great speed and range in the outfield. Down to second. Zobrist takes care of this one. Jeter's out of there. 1-2-3. Ball game heads into the 4th inning. 1-0 New York.
How does this family increase energy efficiency without sacrificing comfort? Simple. They use natural gas everywhere they can. Since natural gas conserves energy and can reduce greenhouse gases by up to 70%, they've joined the nearly 2 million Floridians who enjoy it every day. Growing a cleaner, greener future for the ones who matter most. Go to peoplesgas.com/enjoy and see if you qualify for up to $1,750 in rebates. Tico Peoples Gas wants you to live clean and green with natural gas.
There are over 358 million trillion gallons of water on Earth. But not all water is created equal. only 1/1000,000,000% is filtered naturally beneath the earth, with a distinct balance of minerals, and emerges crisp and refreshing enough to be called Zephyr Hills. Zephyr Hills 100% natural spring water, born better.
Chili's Triple Dipper lets you create your own bold dinner. Choose 3 appetizers from 10 choices, like our new cheesesteak sliders made with shaved steak, grilled peppers, onions, cheese, and a side of dipping sauce. Chili's Triple Dipper.
Catch the Rays take on the Marlins on Father's Day, Sunday, June 17th for Papa-Palooza. And then see ZZ Top, 3 Doors Down, and Gretchen Wilson. And hear hits like Sharp Dressed Man.
Every girl crazy about his sharp-dressed man.
Legs. Kryptonite and more. Visit RaysBaseball.com to get your tickets today.
It's viral right now, man. It's a virus. We got to get rid of it. Some kind of infield antibiotic we need. I have no explanation. These guys are really good infielders. We're making mistakes that we normally don't make. We have to stop doing that. We work on it daily. It's at some point, it's almost like when you're in a slump at the plate. You can't think about it a little bit too much. I want them not to. And with that, you have to be very careful. I've talked about this before. When you talk about things like this defensively, that you don't over-talk it, actually, because they do work on their infield every day, their ground balls, etc. So I really believe it's going to go away at some point, but for right now, it's biting us pretty good.
Well, here we go to the 4th inning. There's Joe Madden on the defensive side of things, and a couple of reactions to that as the pitch is made to B.J. Upton in there for a strike. Of course, we have great respect for Joe, and sometimes sit up here in awe of moves that he makes, and they always seem to work out. The lineups that he can creatively present, 1-1, but there is one miscalculation in what he said there.
There was.
Yep.
There was. And it's always been my understanding that with a virus,
yes,
you cannot treat it with
antibiotics.
You cannot.
Yep. That's what I thought too.
You've got to let a virus run its course.
Mm-hmm.
Antibiotics.
And stay
bacterial
hydrated.
Infections. But for virus, yes, absolutely. And that's what it's going to take. I mean, it's going to have to run its course. The boys are going to have to put in the hard work, the time, get a lot of rest, stay hydrated.
Yes.
That's what you and I do.
We do.
Keep things going the next night.
For the good of the broadcast.
That's right.
And no antibiotics.
Nope.
Don't need them. 2-2 the count. And the pitch is a strike call, a fastball. He got Upton swinging at a slider the first time and looking at the fastball here in the 4th. Third strikeout for Nova. Here's Matt Joyce. Pitch is high. 1 ball, no strikes. Two and 0 the count. Joyce ahead in the count now. 3 strikeouts. Nova hit Rhymes with a pitch in the 3rd. Gave up the leadoff single to Jennings in the 1st. Upstairs, a fastball. 3-0. It's a strike. 3-1 now. Well, the Rays made those 3 errors last night. That's their 14th multi-error game of the season. A year ago at this time, they had only 2 multi-error games. Oh, Joyce thought he'd drawn the walk, and Alan Porter says, wait a minute, that's a strike.
Yeah, and umpires don't like that when you leave early. I think Matt Joyce was right. I think this pitch was off the plate. It was close, but you want to hang there, very close. But you want to hang there and let that umpire make the call. Not appreciative of that.
Now the 3-2, and Joyce takes ball 4. So he's on this time. The first walk given up by Nova.
Well, this is where a struggling offense, where you want to take advantage of these situations. I mean, this isn't a huge scoring opportunity, but it is a free pass. It's a free base runner. You want to try to make something happen with that.
Now Zobrist. And that pitch is a strike around the knees.
Coming into that ball game last night, the Rays in their previous 10 games had a 185 collective batting average. Obviously, 4 hits last night did nothing to help that number.
Yep, that was their 11th game in that stretch.
Yep.
And I'll tell you, they're fortunate. They were 5-6 in those 11 games. 1-1 to count, and still share first place right now.
Well, and I think that that's why, and you would hit on it in a very weird way. It's so encouraging because things have not gone well the last couple of weeks, defensively, offensively, and yet there you are, right at the top of the heap. So you start to put things together. The one constant, though, has got to be that pitching staff. They've got to continue to show up night in and night out.
Yeah, and that's what's done it for them so far. The pitching, they've had a tough schedule too.
That's right.
And they're in another run of tough schedule. This pitch is down, 2 balls and a strike, but the pitching has been so good. The Rays in that stretch you mentioned hitting around 180, and we've got only 3 teams go as many as 12 games in a row with fewer than 10 hits, and the Rays are at 11 right now. Runner goes, pitch is chopped to first. Teixeira steps on the bag, and Joyce moves into second base. 2 outs with Joyce at second for Hideki Matsui. And here's our AT&T trivia question. Grand Slam home run hit last night by Russell Martin. What player has the most Grand Slams in Major League history? Here's Hideki Matsui. Matsui fell behind 0-2 and grounded out to the shortstop his first time. Jeter has him shaded up the middle right now. Nova stepping back off the rubber.
Ivan Nova, for all of his struggles this year, this is the one area that he has been very, very good. Runners in scoring position with 2 outs. Opponents just 3 for 31 for an .097 average.
And Matsui goes after the first pitch. A breaking ball, strike 1. Well, we've talked about Matsui and how effective he was early in the count last year in Oakland. And this New York staff has a very good idea of his approach. He got the breaking ball on the first pitch there. Check of Joyce. That's down and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. We're in the top half of the 4th. Nova and Cobb, the pitching matchup. The pitch down and in, popping away from Martin, and the heads up advance there by Joyce. Martin eventually found a handle on that thing, but Joyce is very good with a secondary lead. His momentum carries him in the right direction.
Yeah, well, you saw right there after the secondary lead, there was no hesitation whatsoever. Anticipation.
So he's at third on a wild pitch. 2-1 to count to Matsui. That one started wide but broke over for a strike, and it's 2-2. You know, here's another situation to show you how shallow Granderson will play in center field. He's got Matsui up there. And look where he is in center. He just moved over a little bit here with a 2-2 count. But he's in a position to try to cut off a short fly ball, a little looper. So the Rays have this base runner at third. Only their third runner of the night. Jennings singled into first, was erased on a double play. Will Rhymes hit by a pitch with 2 outs in the third. Now Joyce is at third base after drawing a walk, moving to second on a ground ball and to third on the wild pitch. He's at third, 2 gone, and a count of 2 balls, 2 strikes to Hideki Matsui. Ground ball foul. Give him a curveball 2-2.
What is that? That's now what, 4 out of 5 pitches have been the curveball. Obviously the game plan here against Matsui. Good fastball hitter, likes to get his arms extended, has good plate coverage, especially on pitches that are elevated.
Here's the 2-2. And it's a bit wide. It just stayed out there, and he stayed with the breaking ball, trying to catch the corner.
And if you saw Russell Martin before the pitch was thrown, and here he goes with the curveball, breaking it, just misses the outside corner. He kind of took his right foot and was banging it behind Matsui. You know, making him think like, if Matsui's listening, I'm moving in. And then all of a sudden dropped the backdoor curveball, just off the plate.
There's a high shot back into deep center field. That's got some carry, but Granderson back on the track makes the catch. So Granderson had him played shallow and a bit toward left, but he got over there to make the grab. Still 1-0, middle of the fourth.
We're here for the teachers, the people who explain how to do it and why. For over 50 years, teachers have relied on O'Reilly Auto Parts because we understand the value of keeping vehicles and traditions running strong. Sharing what we know and showing them how. Turning that problem into a problem solved. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day.
Dish Network claims to be a better value than DirecTV. But did you know that their Top 120 package includes 31 music stations and dozens of TV channels you've probably never even heard of? So why does Dish call it America's Top 120 if you only get a few decent TV channels? With DirecTV's Choice Package, you get the highest rated channels with your favorite shows. The best channels for the best price. Another reason 30 million people agree. Don't just watch TV, DirecTV.
Believe it or not, this is a catheter. It's the new SpeedyCath Compact for women. Now available from Liberator Medical with full Medicare and private insurance reimbursement. Get your catheters from a company that really cares about you and your health. Call Liberator Medical. Get your free SpeedyCath Compact. Sample 6-pack. Shipping is free.
1-800-662-9981. 1-800-662-9981.
You're watching Fox's Sun Sports, where Rays fans live.
1-0. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning from Yankee Stadium, middle game of this series. Let's get the answer to the AT&T trivia question. Which player has hit the most career grand slams in Major League history? That would be Lou Gehrig, number 4, the Iron Horse, with 23. And the top four, how about Alex Rodriguez, Manny Ramirez, and Eddie Murray?
How cool would it be to have a nickname like the Iron Horse?
Mm-hmm. Well, all you have to do is play every day for your career.
Pretty much.
But no one ever dubbed Cal Ripken Jr. the Iron Horse. First pitch to Curtis Granderson. A breaking ball is over for a strike.
I got to be there when he broke that record.
It's pretty
As a
cool,
member of
huh?
the Angels?
Yep.
Yes. Yes, it was. Amazing. I think we had figured up at the time that as this was happening, I was, going back to when the streak started, and I was like in second grade. I'm like, he hasn't missed a game since I was in second grade, and now I'm here in uniform. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's a great perspective.
Wow.
One ball, two strikes. The foul ball. That's why I always thought the old Yankee Stadium next door was so great, even though it had been refurbished in the mid-70s. But that was the ground where all of those guys accomplished that. Lou Gehrig and Babe Ruth. High fly ball to left. Jennings is there. So that's the first out here in the fourth inning. Kickstart your weekend at Tropicana Field Friday, June 15th. Catch the Rays battle the Marlins when the first 10,000 fans receive a Joe Madden bobblehead presented by Tampa Bay Times as part of Friday Fest presented by Captain Morgan. I think that was the pose they utilized to sculpt that bobblehead. There's Alex Rodriguez, and the pitch is a strike. The pitch is inside. 1-1. One and two. Alex Cobb delivers, shooting for the outside corner, just missed with a fastball. It's 2-2.
Well, that's a nice weapon to have, that fastball where you can get that kind of movement on it. Execute that pitch away. Hitter's going to give up on it. He sees that ball off the plate, and it comes back and clips that outside corner.
And the count will go full. Cobb has one strikeout. He got Swisher looking in the second inning. Hasn't walked anybody. Touch for the home run, the solo shot by Teixeira. Rodriguez fouls one out of play. Just enough of that one to stay alive. Cobb had made just 37 pitches coming into this inning through the first 3. You got Granderson on a fly ball. Rodriguez has extended the count full. And he walked it. Missed down with a fastball. 1 out pass sends Alex Rodriguez to first and gets Robinson Cano headed to the plate.
Well, this is the part of the lineup you do not want to be offering free passes. That was really a nice job by both guys. Alex Rodriguez really battling through that at bat. Alex Cobb making some high quality pitches, just barely missed that fastball, but you run into a little bit of a situation here. You've got Cano coming up. You've got Teixeira. We saw what he did in his first at bat behind him.
Robinson Cano takes a good look at a pitch away.
Well, the one thing we've seen tonight from Alex Cobb is his patience within his delivery. Then a couple of starts where he started to rush that delivery and a lot of pitches elevated. Doing a nice job of working that ball down in the zone tonight. Gives you your best chance in this ballpark.
This one down and in, and now they have him hung up to throw to first. And Alex Rodriguez is out trying to get back. Nice recovery by Molina. Rodriguez trying to be aggressive. He saw the ball pop away, and it came right back to Molina, who throws him out.
Now here's the secondary lead. You're going to start to go and then realize that ball is not getting away from Jose Molina. He does a nice job right behind. Grab it, and he's just hung out to dry. Carlos Pena gets the tag on the left hand, and that's it.
2 outs with the bases empty. The shot hit deep to right field on a line, and that's going to get out of here. Home run just over the wall, a line drive home run. Number 9 for Cano this year. And it's 2-0. 2 solo home runs for New York.
That ball was a rope. A hang closeout on this thing. Ball catches too much plate. It was elevated, and Cano just hits a missile.
Now here's Teixeira, who homered in the second inning. That ball into the front row, just over the auxiliary scoreboard. Hot shot down to first, caught by Pena. That retires the side. A run on the home run by Cano. Through 4, 2-0 New York.
A cast of mismatched characters scrambling to make booklets for an 8 a.m. meeting may sound like the plot of a primetime sitcom, but take away the theme music.
All hail our leader.
Take away the laugh track.
Can you hold for a minute, please?
Take away the flirty receptionist.
Thank you.
But keep the one guy who knows what he's doing.
I just uploaded the presentation to FedEx Office Print online, so it'll be there when you land. Sure, you're brilliant. Thank you.
And you're still left with a buttoned-up ending. It's not necessary.
FedEx Office. 50% off all poster packages.
It's the summer of Subway, and we're celebrating this event by offering 2 favorite subs for $2 all June long.
Talk about a game changer.
Made fresh for just $2. That's right. Get the regular 6-inch cold cut combo. Can you believe it? Or Black Forest ham for $2 each.
Better for you and a great deal.
The crowd favorite cold cut combo or ever popular Black Forest ham. Just $2 each for a 6-inch sub. June only. Celebrate the summer of Subway.
Now that's something we can all be thankful for.
Subway. Eat fresh.
Your cheating heart will make you weak.
Pepsi Max? Really? Bet you're wondering how they got all that Pepsi taste into a 0-calorie cola.
Yeah.
Dad, you have one Pepsi Max for life!
I'm back,
And you're my first guest. That's rich. You're gonna be famous, kid.
We've got a 2-0 game in favor of the Yankees heading to the 5th inning. It is a website Wednesday. By far the most popular topic the last few weeks, even more popular than BA's goatee or Dwayne's hair, has been, when is Evan Longoria coming back? Everybody wants to know. Well, today he did some drills with Kevin Barr, acceleration drills. And we have questions from Dan, Chuck, Brennan, Tyler, Nicole, Scott. Mike's having a watch party, Fenny. They all want to know the same thing, so we'll let Longo answer himself. When's he coming back?
It's at the point where I'm ready to push it, and I'm ready to see where we can get on a daily basis. You know, I think we're past all the bad stuff. It's taken a lot of steps forward in the past week and a half, and so I think right now, I mean, the goal, the optimistic goal is to go out somewhere and play at the end of this road trip.
So there's Longoria with some good news, guys, before the game. He thought somewhere between 2 and 5 games in the rehab. Joe Madden said 7 to 10 days once he starts his rehab. But there is a finish line in sight. Back to you.
Well, the Rays had hoped initially that maybe by the middle of this month, and it might be a few days beyond that, but it's sounding better than it could. Ground ball off the bat of Pena into short right field, and out of the shift, Robinson Cano throws him out. So one away here in the 5th inning. Time for the Just for Men Auto Stop Foolproof Stat. Take a look at Evan Longoria. The Rays with him. 23 starts, hitting .329, 4 home runs and 19 runs batted in. Just as the Rays count on Evan Longoria's return, you can count on Just for Men Auto Stop for foolproof results. You can see 3 homers and 14 runs batted in. Everyone else at third base with a .250 average. 1-0 is in on Sean Rodriguez, and he fouls it back out of play. 1-1.
Well, you're never going to replace an Evan Longoria, you know, down there at third base, especially for an extended period of time. But you want guys to be able to hold the fort down. You know, overall, haven't done that bad of a job.
Well, I'll tell you, to this point, and you know, it sounds as if, you know, it might be the middle of the month or a few days beyond before he's back. So the Rays are going to have to continue to push on, but they've really done a great job of surviving in the middle of all of this injury problem that they've encountered, to the point where they're tied for first right now in this tough AL East. And I think Joe Madden's just trying to keep the lights burning until everybody gets back. It's just missed in, and the count is full. And then kind of regroup and charge again.
Yeah, and you know, you made that point too about the games played within the American League East. The Rays at 30 right now. The Yankees just 19.
Yep.
All that to say, in a minute,
fouled away,
is the one thing that we have seen from the Rays in the past is that sometimes they play down to their competition. So when they go play teams that on paper you say you've got to beat these teams.
Yep.
You're outside of the division. You're playing some of the weaker teams within the American League. You have to win those games. They will not play very well against them. They have to win those games.
Ground ball back a third. Chavez there, and his throw to the foul side of the bag. Teixeira with some footwork keeps the right foot on the bag as he leans into foul ground. And Rodriguez is out third to first.
Well, knowing that he couldn't stride towards this ball and make the play, Mark Teixeira decides to go behind first base. His ball sails a little bit on Chavez, and look at him go get it. Still able to keep that right foot right on top of the bag.
Here's Jose Molina. He bounds it back. Remember when first base used to be a position where, well, let's just put a guy, can't play the outfield, he can't move, we'll put him at first base. Well, they're really outstanding first basemen now, and there are a lot of them. There's such technique over there.
Yes.
Teixeira is very good at first, and that footwork right there, a good example of it. High foul out of play.
And you know, you also can't assume Little League, you go to first base and you stride out there and wait for the throw. Well, what if the throw's not on line?
That's right.
Then you've cut down the ground that you can cover.
Sure.
So the good ones, they get over there, they're straddling the bag, and then when the throw's made, it just becomes one of those situations where your body just reacts. Foot goes to the bag, you stride right where you're supposed to. Make the put out.
Similar situation around second base.
Oh, yes.
You got to be able to adjust.
And do you field it and back up? You come across? Do you go towards left field?
Cut and a miss. Molina's out on strikes. We head into the bottom half of inning 5. It's 2-0 New York.
Today, with the swipe of a comb, the last gray-haired man on Earth disappeared.
This is how the gray era met its end. Just for Men Auto Stop. It's a breakthrough. No mix, no mess. It just combs in. And the formula shuts off at just the right color for the perfect look every time. It's foolproof. New, Just for Men Auto Stop. Gray is over.
Nowadays, people seem to want it all. Responsive power with great gas mileage. Technology to help with phone and music. Quality that can't be beat. In a word, value. We couldn't agree more. So now we're offering the powerful, efficient 2012 Explorer for just $29,105. Explorer, capability without compromise. Drive one at your Southern Ford dealer.
Catch the Rays take on the Marlins on Father's Day, Sunday, June 17th for Papa-Palooza. And then see Three Doors Down, ZZ Top, and Gretchen Wilson. And hear hits like Kryptonite. It's Not My Time. Sharp-Dressed Man and more. Visit RaysBaseball.com to get your tickets today.
Rays baseball tonight brought to you by your local Southern Ford dealers. By Columbia Picture movie That's My Boy, starring Adam Sandler and Andy Samberg, in theaters June 15th. And by your Bay Area Acura dealers. From Yankee Stadium, Yankees have just 2 hits, both home runs. Solo shots to take this 2-0 lead. Rays have a leadoff single in the first by Desmond Jennings. Alex Cobb, a little over 50 pitches through 4. He'll face Ibanez, Swisher, and then Chavez here in the bottom of the 5th. Pitch is low. 1 ball, no strikes. Two and 0. Rays coming in 31-24. New York 30-24. It's a strike. Cobb has given up 1 walk, picked up 1 strikeout. The chopper charged by Sean Rodriguez, and his throw to first in time to get Ibanez. 6-3 on that chopper. 1 away. Swisher called out on strikes in the second inning. Takes it for a ball. 1-0. Two and 0. Ground ball. Right there in front of it is Zobrist moving to his right. And Swisher is out. 4-3. 2 up, 2 down.
Well, Rays fans, win your chance to gain all access for 2 to the June 29th Rays versus Tigers game at Tropicana Field. Get an exclusive behind-the-scenes tour with Sun Sports. Log on to foxsportsflorida.com and click on the Rays tab for official rules and to find out how to enter.
First pitch to Eric Chavez is a strike at the knees, and he's checking with Alan Porter, the plate umpire, about how high or low that pitch was.
A little fork ball there catching the bottom of the zone.
The 0-1. And there's another pitch around the knees for strike 2. 34-year-old third baseman Eric Chavez. Bounce it into the screen.
Now right there, those 3 pitches. Alex Cobb gave Eric Chavez a full look at his arsenal. Split finger, curveball, and then the fastball.
It's away. 1-2.
I'll tell you what, out of a couple of mistake pitches, Alex Cobb, a nice tempo going. Working his pitches around the zone.
And that's a foul ball down the left side.
Oh, and a spill. Going down. Little guy all right? Here we go.
This 1-2 is skied to center. Upton takes care of it. 1-2-3 go the Yankees. Rays coming into bat in the 6th. Down 2-0.
Smell that? Why, that's not me. She probably cut the cheese. I like all the girls. I'm in the jacuzzi. Hang on.
Todd, your old man is here.
You were the worst parent ever. I was awesome. I remember me having to drive you home because you were too drunk. Somebody's hammered. They have another guy drive home. I was 8. You drove like a champ, too. Huh?
That's my boy. Rated R.
Let's compare sports on Dish and DirecTV. DirecTV has every football game every Sunday, plus MLB Extra Innings, NASCAR Hot Pass, Yes Network, MSG, SNY, Gold TV, and interactive mixed channels with bonus coverage of all of the golf and tennis majors. And Dish has none of these. The most sports programming. Another reason why 30 million people agree. Don't just watch TV, DirecTV.
Hi, Bo Riles here, and what you're looking at is uncut, uncensored, almost too good to be true footage of a scientific breakthrough called Miracle Hair, the new fast, easy, and affordable solution to hair loss. Call now and get Miracle Hair for only $29.95. Be one of the first 500 to order, and I'll send you a second Miracle Hair absolutely free.
Call the number on your screen now for more information about Miracle Hair, the amazing new hair loss breakthrough that will give you the appearance of a full head of hair in just 60 seconds.
You're watching Fox's Sun Sports, where Rays fans live.
5 innings into this one, the Yankees leading the Rays 2-0. Mark Teixeira's 10th home run of the year came in the second inning. The Rays catching Alex Rodriguez off first base after a walk, but Robinson Cano followed that up with a line drive home run into the seats in right to make it 2-0 in the fourth inning. The Rays have had a tough time with Ivan Nova. They got a base hit from Desmond Jennings to start the game, and the only thing they have since then will be Rhymes being hit by a pitch and Joyce drawing a walk in the fourth. That's reminiscent of when he pitched against the Rays here back in early May. He gave up a base hit to Ben Zobrist, the first man he faced. Zobrist eventually was caught stealing in that inning, but then he went on to retire the next 13 men he faced before the Rays got a couple hits off of him. They finished with 2 runs on 6 hits and 7 innings against him in that game. And here's Will Rhymes, who was hit by a pitch in the third, taking a strike. Rhymes had a couple hits in that game against Nova, a single and a double. Bounces this one to short, picked up by Jeter. His throw to first in time. 1 out in the 6th.
Well, there's been absolutely nothing surprising about what Ivan Nova has done tonight, except execute the game plan up to this point flawlessly. He's been pounding the strike zone with the fastball, mixing in the curveball. We saw him break out the slider the last couple of innings. A few changeups. He's just in attack mode.
Desmond Jennings 1 out of 2 tonight. He takes a slider away. 1 ball, no strikes. It's a strike at the knees. The Rays opening a 6-game homestand for New York here. Rays in, and they'll be followed by the Mets coming in interleague play. Fly ball right field toward the line. Swisher headed right to it, and he makes the catch. 2 gone. So the bases are empty for B.J. Upton. Inside, a ball, no strikes. Two and 0. BJ went 1 for 4 in last night's game. Pitch breaking sharply away. 3 balls, no strikes. He gets the call there, 3-1. Nova's 3-0 against the Rays in 5 starts, with a .326 earned run average against them. 3-1 is popped up. Teixeira moving into foul territory. 2 outs. 3 outs now, up and out of there. 1, 2, 3, go the Rays. 2-0 New York.
It's on list. I'm ticking those boxes. I make up like Speedy Gonzales. Finito, I liar, think I'm on fire. Lawless, look at your faces. 2 sides don't make me hate this.
Life should be equal parts responsibility and fun. Introducing the new Acura ILX. Move up without settling down.
We're one of America's largest producers of fuel, with a network of stations coast to coast. We're also one of our nation's largest producers of ethanol, and we're investing in alternative energy sources like biofuels and wind power. And each year we raise millions of dollars for charity, and our people donate thousands of hours to help those who are less fortunate. We're Valero, and we're helping keep America moving down the road and down the road of life.
When it comes to patient care, we think about treatment and recovery. How losing weight through bariatric surgery means gaining more energy. How treatment at our Children's Medical Center means hope for the whole family. And how reversing the effects of a stroke means moving forward with special plans. At Tampa General Hospital, our award-winning care treats the illness and restores the spirit. Tampa General Hospital, trusted for our expertise, chosen for our care.
Fox's Sun Sports is your home to experience the Rays, a team of champions. Hard-hitting baseball all season long, live on Fox's Sun Sports, where Rays fans live.
New York Yankees lead 2-0 as we head to the bottom half of the sixth inning. More Website Wednesday questions from our viewers. We have a few people that are concerned about the Rays offense and want to know, guys, if you think they're taking too many pitches early in the count and thus putting themselves in bad situations, falling behind early. Back to you.
All right, thanks for that one. That's a good question. And my initial reaction would be to say it depends on who the pitcher is, who the opposing pitcher is. And there are times when you might want to go out there and be aggressive and for fear of falling behind those pitchers.
Well, and that's the way it should be. It should be on an individual basis. But the one thing that we do know is the Rays and their offense, they pride themselves on being able to take the walk. You know, we've talked about the fact that the average not always up to snuff, but the on-base percentage usually is because of that ability to see a lot of pitches and take walks. The problem with that is if you get pitchers that are wise to that, staffs that are wise to that, pitchers that are strike throwers and they want to fill up the zone early and you want to be patient and work a count, that count may be 0-2, a lot more than you'd like it to be. We all know that you fall down on the count 0-2, 1-2. There's a lot of bad contact that typically follows.
And here's the other thing. The count to Martin is 1-1. Let's say you get something less than a good quality pitch on the first pitch. And we have seen this from time to time. And you don't do with it what you'd hope to do.
Right.
I mean, you get into stretches where that happens to an offense. And, you know, explain that one. And that's one of those things, like Joe Madden said earlier, he has no explanation really for the poor defense that the club has put out there so far this year. And there's a strike call. Martin caught looking. And I'm not sure in some cases when an offense goes through those dry stretches if there's explaining some of the things there.
Well, and you know, when you talk about defense, that's one of those things that the old axiom is defense never takes a day off. I mean, because you go out and play defense, hitting up and down. You know, when B.J. Upton was on his hot streak, what did Joe say? Talked about how aggressive he was on fastballs in the strike zone, really attacking the ball. Well, that last inning, perfect example. Nova comes in right down the heart of the plate with the fastball and pops it up to first. That happens.
Yeah, that was on a 3-1 count too, by the way.
That's right. You know, a ball that you'd look to drive, and you're filleting a little pop-up to first base. That happens. Right now, the problem is it seems to be happening to everybody all at once. And that's where you're running into some huge problems. That can be hidden if it's BJ and another player, and right now they're scuffling a little bit. Other guys are picking them up. But when it's line up wide, it is glaring.
1 ball, no strikes.
But that's why I think that you know, good hitting coaches and you know they talk about always, you know, you can be patient, you can have that approach, you can want to see a lot of pitches, but you have to stroll to the plate from pitch 1 and be ready to hit. Doesn't mean you're going to, but you better be ready to. And if this pitcher is showing us in the early going that he's attacking and filling up that strike zone with pitches, then let's go. Let's start putting a few early in the count.
It's an interesting approach to watch. There's a strike, 2-1. And we've seen the Toronto Ball Club pretty much every time the Rays play them. That's their approach.
Yep.
Now 3 balls and a strike. And if you have a pitcher out there who's always going to be around the mound and never really makes you all that uncomfortable as a hitter, then you should be aggressive.
And then that leads itself into the discussion about why the fastball in off the plate is so important. You know, you can be a strike thrower, that's great, but you have to make hitters uncomfortable. They just can't go up there, dig in, sit back, and waylay.
Ground ball that skips by the mound out to short, and Rodriguez makes the play on that one. Alex Cobb kind of in the middle of that one, trying to avoid it and stop it and get out of the way. Here it is.
Yeah, not much choice. The ball hit hard right off the leg, but a nice job by Sean Rodriguez being able to count up the bounces on that ground ball, field it, throw on the run accurately. He's made a couple of those plays tonight on balls he's had to charge, field, throw. Done a nice job.
Now with Granderson stepping in, the Rays send Will Rhymes to the right side of the infield and leave Sean Rodriguez the lone man. The strike. We're talking about the shift in Lou Boudreau earlier, and Boudreau even admitted that he employed that shift as much as he did to try to cut down on balls that Ted Williams would hit, and Williams would never give in to the shift. He would not bunt. He would not hit the ball the other way. He would hit through the shift, and Boudreau admitted that he really did it as much for the psychology involved of that than the actual how many times he's going to hit the ball to the guy in short right field.
Well, think about this. A guy like Ted Williams, he's got his approach and it's effective. So what do you try to do? You try to get him to change his approach. So, okay, we'll load up the field over here, get him thinking the other way, or bunting, or doing something different. Well, if I can get Ted Williams to hit me a ground ball into left field, dribble one into left field for a base hit,
sure,
I win. I win. Yeah. If I can get Barry Bonds to drop down a bunt to take a base hit, good. I'm not worried about you bunting. I'm worried about you hitting the ball into the stratosphere.
No.
Gap. That's what I'm worried about. If I could get you out of what you do best, I consider it a win.
The ground ball to the left side. Sean Rodriguez takes care of that. 1, 2, 3. Go the New York Yankees, and we go into the 7th, down 2-0.
All right, so what's with the everybody who plays gets a trophy nowadays? Since when does just showing up qualify you as a winner? Well, in the truck game, there's only one winner. Ford F-Series, America's #1 brand of trucks for 35 years straight. 35 years. Ford F-150, Ford Super Duty. Game over, baby.
Drive a new 2012 Ford F-150, America's best-selling truck for 35 years. Now starting at just $23,985. See your Southern Ford dealers today.
I always loved watching the kids play basketball. Still do, though things have changed. They can't find jobs, and I can't afford to retire. And now we're all living together again. I supported President Obama's agenda, but he spent like our country's credit card had no limit. $4 billion deeper in debt every day. How will my kids pay that off when they can't get jobs? Tell President Obama, cut the job-killing debt and support the New Majority Agenda at newmajorityagenda.org.
It's Depot time.
I'm Tony Stewart.
And I'm Office Depot. We save you time. Depot time.
I'm all about fast.
As a NASCAR driver,
as a business owner,
we've got new, faster technology.
Affordable?
Low prices every day.
That'll save time.
Depot time. Plus in-store technicians.
You fix computers?
Next day, guaranteed.
Wow, you're like a small business pit crew.
To save you time.
Depot time.
That's our job. Do you mind giving me a ride?
It's Depot time. All laptops and desktops on sale like this Lenovo, just $399.99.
You're watching Fox's Sun Sports.
Well, as we head into the top of the 7th inning, the Yankees lead the Rays 2-0. This is just a reminder as you enjoy a cold one to look forward to Miller time. Later in tonight's game, brought to you by Miller Lite.
Joe Madden checking the lineup card, figuring it's time the Rays go to work here against Ivan Nova. He shut out the Rays through 6 and has given them just the leadoff single by Desmond Jennings. He's hit a man and walked a man. And in the 7th, Matt Joyce, Ben Zobrist, and Hideki Matsui to hit against him. Pitch is a strike at the knees.
Now this is absolutely when you have to make your move. You're now rolling through the lineup for the third time and right through the heart of it. 3 left-handed hitters. They're going to get pitches to hit.
And a high foul lifted the other way, out of play. Foul the fastball, and the count is 2 strikes. Curveball stays wide. It's 1-2. Joey fouls this one. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Matt, one of the 3 base runners when he walked his last time, takes a very close look at that one, and it was just wide. He threw that curveball again and just did miss with it.
Well, and a little overreaction here by Ivan Nova. This curveball clearly off the plate. And he's going to let Alan Porter know that he was not happy with that call at all.
A tap to the right side. That's going to stay fair. Nova picks it up and runs it in himself.
You know, that's what he's been able to do. The fastball tonight has had some late downward movement, and that's what you're used to seeing out of Nova. This year, a lot of, so far, not tonight's ball game, but with the home runs given up, you can see that he is left some pitches elevated.
Well, he's given up 5 runs in 3 of his last 4 starts coming into this game. You want to know the count? He gave up 5 his last time out on the road against the Angels, 3 at Oakland, and then 5 against Baltimore and Cincinnati. There's a little chopper foul up the right side. 1-1. And if you want to move it beyond that, prior to that, 2 against the Rays, but in the 2 starts before he pitched against the Rays on the 8th of May, he gave up 5 to Baltimore and 6 to Detroit.
So what is that, like 5 out of 7?
Yep. Oop, foul ball down off the foot of Zobrist. Probably hit the ankle.
He got himself good on this one. He yanked this ball right into his leg. Oh yeah, ouch, ouch.
Hurts just to watch that.
Yes, it does, and you see the instant reaction on the face of Ben Zobrist. You see a pitcher a lot of times come right back in with a pitch because the hitter does not want to swing at it again for fear of doing the same thing.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, you see that ball coming in and you have flashbacks of pounding that ball right off your ankle or your foot.
2-2 now. Pitch away, and he hits a little dribbler foul. Ivan Nova, right-hander out of the Dominican Republic. Zobrist hits it a long way, but it's foul. Well foul.
Well, and that's what you'll start to do too. The ball that is coming in, you're going to get the head out in a hurry. You're going to sit around and wait.
He lifts it toward the line and left this time. That's going to be foul. Vanya's hustling over, but no chance to catch up to it. Nova got to the big leagues for a handful of games in 2010 with the Yankees, was 1-2 with a 4.5 earned run average, and then a 16 game winner, 16-4 last year with a 370. Chopped to the right side. Cano with the toss. So 2 outs now.
Now let's take a look at tomorrow's starting pitching matchup presented by Chevron, and it is going to be a very good one. For the 7th time, David Price is going to match up with CC Sabathia. The season numbers impressive for both. They hooked up one time earlier this year. That was the only time of the 6 starts that CC Sabathia has prevailed. Had been 0-5 going into that matchup with David Price, but beat him the last time out.
Here's Hideki Matsui getting hold of one and sending it deep to left. But Ibanez is there. And for the 2nd time tonight, Matsui hit one to the track. This one in left, but it's caught. Middle of the 7th, 2-0 New York.
You guys should Vanna White the Chevy Florida All-Star.
What's Vanna White?
Gesture to the mirror caps, the sidestep, and the shiny badge. Don't touch the chrome.
Okay, thanks. We'll just talk about the $1,500 option package discount.
Visit your local Chevy dealer today. Now qualified buyers can get 0% APR financing for 60 months on a 2012 Chevy Silverado Florida All-Star, or trade in an eligible vehicle and combine trade-in allowance with other discounts for a total value of $5,500.
A lot of people name their cars.
Mine should be sporty.
Maybe I'll give mine a name.
Something hot.
You know, I could name it the Dragon or the Green Machine.
Oh, I'm British Racing Green, actually.
Just to show I appreciate all Turtle does.
Turtle?
Turtle gets me to work, to school.
No, I'm a cool car.
So I always fill up with Chevron with Techron.
Oh, well, in that case, yeah, I am cool after all.
Your car takes care of you. Care for it. Chevron with Techron. Care for your car.
Actually, Turtle's not bad.
Tune in for Rays Live postgame after every game, only on Fox's Sun Sports, where Rays fans live.
Start your weekend June 15th at Friday Fest when the Rays host the Marlins. The first 10,000 fans receive a Joe Madden bobblehead. Call 888-FAN-RAYS or visit RaysBaseball.com. Experience the Rays.
You're watching Fox's Sun Sports, where Rays fans live.
Seventh inning stretch here at Yankee Stadium with New York leading 2-0. It is a website Wednesday. Back we go to questions. You can email us at AskTheRays@Fox.com or tweet your questions at @SunSportsRays, hashtag #AskTheRays. George and Zach want to know. They enjoy watching Alex Cobb pitch, and they were wondering if he can possibly stay in the rotation, maybe a 6-man rotation when Jeff Neiman is healthy. Guys, back to you.
All right, Todd, thank you. Well, you're right. Alex Cobb certainly has pitched well enough to stay in a rotation. But, you know, for that matter, coming out of spring training, Wade Davis had pitched well enough to stay in a rotation. And the Rays are willing and wish to go with a 5-man. And generally, you know, we had a little stretch last year because of the depth of the Rays could use 6 starting pitchers, but it's not something that I would expect to see from them.
I wouldn't either. I mean, they may do it for a stretch. I mean, you never know. You don't put anything past Joe Madden and the staff. However, the one thing I do know is that if they did go to a 6-man rotation, you would have to fist fight David Price and James Shields all the time because you mix in an off day, and these guys are saying, listen, I'm not going a week in between starts, especially if this division race continues to be as tight as we expect it to be.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that listen, sometimes that happens. Sometimes you're overqualified at a position and a guy just can't fit his way in. Who knows who that'll be? But Alex Cobb, I'll tell you one thing, when he does take the mound, I feel really good, and I know you do too, about the race chances that night.
Absolutely. Here's a pitch to Alex Rodriguez, a strike on the outside corner. And the other thought on that topic is this. The pitching has been the thing that has kept this club right where it is. You don't want to start messing with a good thing.
Right.
And when you mess with pitchers, anything could happen. We know that. And I say that with all due respect. 2 strikes.
I didn't even realize. I was kind of, you were taking a shot over it this way.
Well, pitchers in general, you don't want to mess with them when they're pitching well. Leave them alone.
It's true.
Let them do their thing.
And these things have a tendency of working themselves out anyway.
Yeah.
You never know what the future's going to hold. You know, how long it's going to take Jeff Neiman to make it back.
Mm-hmm. It's just great to have that many quality arms that could start. We were talking about that the other night. 4-man rotation, 5-man rotation, and Earl Weaver always said it was tough enough to find 4 guys who could start. Well, the Rays have done that and way more. So they're very fortunate. A ball, 2 strikes the count to Alex Rodriguez.
You know what else, too? When you look at the Rays rotation as it stands right now, we talk about how good these guys are, the quality that they run out. 60% of the starting rotation right now are kids.
Yeah.
I mean, they're kids.
Yeah. The old guy's 30.
Yeah, right. and then you got Price.
Yeah.
But then you've got Hellickson, Moore, and Cobb.
Yeah.
You forget that they are babies in this game.
Just a bit in. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. The Rays still trying to figure out how to get the offense going. They will have David Price going tomorrow against CC Sabathia. Swing and a miss. Rodriguez out on strikes.
Well, a 91-mile-an-hour fastball that tied up Alex Rodriguez, but it was more the movement. Watch the late movement take this ball in and affect the swing. It's a good pitch right there.
Robinson Cano. That's the other impressive thing about talking about kids, whether it's Cobb or Moore or Hellickson. They certainly don't appear to be afraid at all out there, which is just a great quality to admire in all of them. Ground ball by Cano, and Pena takes care of it, stepping on the bag. There's no trepidation out there among any of those young pitchers.
Well, I think that's one of those characteristics, too, that the Rays, as an organization, look into before they draft a player, before they promote a player. They realize the division that they play in, the challenges that you're going to face going into Fenway Park, Yankee Stadium, facing those very high-quality teams.
Strike to Teixeira. Well, and I think you're right. Part of what the Rays wanted to accomplish with their player development was not to rush players through the minor leagues. And the flip side of that is that you really make them earn getting to the big leagues, as opposed to a sense of entitlement when a lot of young players come up maybe before their time. They think they're entitled. Well, most of these kids have really earned their way up here. They know what it is to pitch or to play in the minor leagues, and maybe in their own minds and hearts think and feel that they're ready then, only to finally get to the big leagues. And there's a different mentality and a different emotion attached to all that. And it would seem that it leads to a more mature and polished approach. And that's what we see out of some of these young pitchers.
And that's the most emotion that you'll ever see out of that particular one.
Yeah, we're starting to see more of that when he's off the mound. Pitch is inside to Teixeira. It's 1-2. You put him on the mound.
Stoic.
He's not giving up anything.
Stoic. Off the mound.
It's a little different. We've seen some smiles, some expression.
Occasionally giddy.
2-2.
Occasionally Todd Callis-like.
Oh, yeah. I got you. Swing and a miss. Teixeira out in front of that one, and 1, 2, 3 go the Yankees in the 7th. We head into the 8th. It's a 2-0 game, New York.
I need somebody, not just anybody. You know I need someone.
Life's better when you get the right help. H.H. Gregg Appliances and Electronics. Latest technology, lower prices, smarter associates. H.H. Gregg and hhgregg.com. We help.
I've been growing oranges my whole life, ever since I can remember. My name is Paul Fabry, and I grow oranges in Florida for Tropicana. My grandpa taught me that there's no orange like a Florida orange. They're grown in just the right soil with the perfect amount of sunshine. See? That's how you get that beautiful color and ripeness. Tropicana Pure Premium is made with 100% Florida oranges, because the best oranges make the best juice.
How fast is your internet? Chances are it depends. If you only have one device online, you get one speed. But if you have multiple devices and you're streaming video and gaming, you get a different speed. Verizon Fios is different. It's 100% fiber optic. That means it's faster and can handle everything you do online. Fios is America's fastest, most reliable internet, period. Do you have the speed you need? Take the speed test now at verizon.com/up-to-speed.
Two to nothing. We head into the 8th inning. New York leading this game. Don't miss the Rays on the Runway fashion show benefiting the Children's Dream Fund. June 14th. Players will walk the runway and model this season's newest fashions. Get your tickets at childrensdreamfund.org. Pitching matchup here. Nova just 25 and Cobb just 24. Great job by these two young right-handers.
Well, 14 combined innings, just 3 hits. Been outstanding. Just a couple of mistakes from Alex Cobb that have left the building. That's the difference.
The Rays were shut out last night on 4 hits. They've been shut out tonight on 1 hit. And if you go back into the homestand, they did not score in the last 2 innings of the wrap-up game. So they've gone 18 innings right now without a run, and the pitch to Carlos Pena is a strike. Last time they were shut out back-to-back was in September of 2008, and they've got 2 shots left here tonight with Nova on the mound. Nova just over 90 pitches. He's 1-1 here to Pena. Big cut and a miss.
Boy, that curveball seemed to hang up there forever and then just dropped suddenly. Watch this ball. Carlos Pena thought it was hanging up there to be hammered and then just disappeared on him.
And a cut and a miss. He came back with that pitch and he strikes out Carlos Pena.
Yeah, well, why wouldn't you? Curveball was nasty the pitch before, and this one, the key here, and the key for any young pitcher out there, you're going to try to come back with that pitch. There is no reason to try to make it any nastier. The previous pitch was good enough. Just try to repeat that delivery. That's what Nova did, and he gets the strikeout.
Here's Sean Rodriguez taking one down. You know, that's the 5th strikeout tonight for Nova, but through the front 7. Think about the matchup here. Both pitchers with 4 strikeouts through 7, 1 walk. Nova's given up no runs, 1 hit. Cobb 2 runs on 2 hits. It's a popper down the right side. That's going to be fouled and out of play. Takes the count to 1-1.
Well, coming up on Rays Live, the postgame presented by Checkers. Of course, Barry Anarestis will be anchoring the coverage from the Fox studios. Be let in on Joe Madden's press conference. Hear his thoughts on the game. Todd Callis will be down in the clubhouse gathering interviews, and Dwayne and I will sit up here hopefully talking about a Rays comeback.
And there's a liner that's going to be fair and back toward the corner. Knocked down by Swisher, but Rodriguez is on his way to second. And the Rays have a man at second base with 1 out. Rodriguez, a 2-base hit toward the corner and right.
Well, it didn't look, at least in live action there, that Nick Swisher needed to leave his feet to be able to knock this ball down. And that's what allows Rodriguez to get to second base. He gets over there. This is just a single. Rodriguez not out of the box very well. And right here, instead of just knocking it down, he slides. And that ball ends up bouncing high off the glove and allows Rodriguez to get into second base.
Here's Jose Molina and a ground ball toward the middle. But Cano in front of the bag at second makes the throw to first. Sean Rodriguez goes over to third. 2 outs. So the Rays, for the second time in this game, have a man as far as third base. Matt Joyce walked back in the 4th inning, moved to second on a ground ball, and was wild pitched to third. Now Rodriguez with a double and a move to third on the ground out. And the pitch is outside. Grimes has been hit by a pitch and grounded to the shortstop. And a ground ball. Second base, Cano. Throw to first, and the Rays leave a man at third. Bottom of the 8th coming. It's 2-0 New York.
I may have retired from the game, but not from being big. Good thing one car gives me full-size luxury and 36 miles per gallon, which is nice because I've got shoes that are bigger than most hybrids and more stylish too. If you don't know the luxurious yet fuel-efficient LaCrosse, you don't know Buick.
Now current non-GM owners lease this EPA-estimated 36 highway MPG LaCrosse for just $279 per month. Consider it a new lease on luxury.
Prepare your men for a bigger fight than what you had imagined.
You're cleared to move on target Alpha.
This fight isn't over yet.
Act of Valor on Blu-ray today.
Dish claims they offer the same channels for less, but the truth is, you just get less. AMC, gone. MSNBC and True TV, gone. National Geographic Channel and Animal Planet, gone. With DirecTV, for the same price, you get all of those channels, plus Game Show Network, BET, and Investigation Discovery, to name a few. Because you shouldn't have to sacrifice your favorite channels to get a great deal. Another reason 30 million people agree. Don't just watch TV, DirecTV.
Non-lawyer paid spokesperson. Attention kidney dialysis patients. If you became a dialysis patient after open heart surgery, you may have a claim for money damages. A drug commonly used during heart surgery has been found to double the risk of kidney failure. Unfortunately, you may not know if you were given this drug. But if you've been forced to undergo kidney dialysis after open heart surgery,
call 800-270-4965. That's 800-270-4965.
Rays baseball brought to you by Chevrolet and their award-winning cars, trucks, and crossovers. By Tires Plus. The plus is in everything we do. By Marathon Petroleum, fueling the American spirit. And by the 2012 GMC Sierra. It's our best Sierra ever. Rays in New York, in the Bronx at Yankee Stadium. Alex Cobb has been very good tonight. In fact, since the home run Cano hit, which was a line drive home run, Cobb has retired 10 straight. And Raul Ibanez leads off. The pitch is a strike. Ibanez twice has grounded out, once to third, the other time to short. That's outside, 1-1. Howell and Badenhop in the bullpen. Ground ball right side, past the diving Pena. Joyce with the pickup. Ibanez has a leadoff single.
Here it is, hits the ball hard on the ground. Carlos does everything that he can, but the ball sneaks under the glove. And a leadoff runner.
So a runner at first base. Swisher's going to be the hitter, and Cobb will work from the stretch for only the second time in this game. Dwayne Wise taking over at first for Ibanez. Want to know the count to Swisher. Only other time he had worked from the stretch was when they got Alex Rodriguez, when he walked with one out in the fourth inning. And he went into the stretch and they cut down A-Rod when he thought he might be able to move up on a ball in the dirt that Molina came up with. Ground ball to first, and this one past the diving Pena. Back toward the corner. Joyce will have to go in to dig it out. They're going to wave Wise to the plate, and he scores on a double into the corner by Swisher. Wise scores from first. That makes it 3-0.
Now the margin for error becomes so small. 2-run ball game, and this ball just gets by the dive of Carlos Pena going the other way. The ball skips right by.
Pinch run Wise, and he cuts the bases and scores from first on the double. 35th run batted into the year for Swisher. He leads this team in runs batted in. On the two-base hit, number 15. Be interesting to see what happens with Swisher. He's in the last year of his deal here. Nobody out. And it's a 3-0 game. Eric Chavez now. That's away. 1 ball, no strikes. One and one. Tap foul.
Now with nobody out here, Eric Chavez is going to be looking at the very minimum to try to hit the ball to the right side. Moves Swisher over to third with less than 2.
Fly ball toward left center. That's going to be in there and will go to the wall. Swisher scores on the double by Chavez. Now it's 4-0. 3 consecutive hits here to open the bottom of the 8th inning. 5 in the game. And Joe Madden comes out of the dugout. Cobb a little over 100 pitches. He worked 7 innings plus 3 hitters in the 8th. Back in a moment.
There are over 358 million trillion gallons of water on Earth. But not all water is created equal. Only 1/1000% is filtered naturally beneath the Earth, with a distinct balance of minerals, and emerges crisp and refreshing enough to be called Zephyr Hills. Zephyr Hills 100% natural spring water, born better.
The new Miller Lite Punch Top can. Crack it, punch it for a smoother pour. However you punch it, it's Miller time.
For over 50 years, AMCO's been known as the transmission expert.
My car goes band adjustment, a simple fix. Car's giving me a it's a modulator.
Over the years, a lot has changed.
Car's giving me a totally your transmission. Totally.
But some things never will.
Giving a time for a tune-up. No, just clearing my throat.
Check engine light on? We'll check it for free. AA MCO.
You're watching Fox's Sun Sports.
Well, we're in the bottom of the 8th inning, and the Yankees have doubled up that lead, now 4-0. Let's take a look at tonight's text poll question. Will the Rays still be in first place when Evan Longoria returns from injury? TB1, yes. TB2, no. Text 789-789 to submit your vote. Standard message and data rates apply.
Well, first base on the line here tonight. The Rays and the Orioles tied for first place at the start of the day, with New York a half game back. Alex Cobb 105 pitches. He departs with a runner at second in favor of Burke Badenhop. Nobody out. Russell Martin, the hitter, and the first pitch is a strike. Baltimore at Boston, with the Red Sox batting in the bottom of the 8th. The Orioles lead 2-1. Toronto's on the road in Chicago, no score, top of the 5th. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, how about that? Dwayne, look at the scenario right now. If the games were to end now, the Rays lose as Baltimore holds on to win, you go from first to third in the division.
That's the American League East.
There you go.
Just a half game separating the top 3 teams. Martin pops it into short center for Upton. That's the first out. New York starting the day in third, a half game back. Right now, the Rays and the Orioles at 31 and 24. New York even in the loss column, a game back on the win side, so that translates to a half game back. Toronto 2 back, and the Red Sox 3. Here's Derek Jeter. Jeter 0 for 3 tonight. One ball, no strikes. Well, the Rays have 1 shot left. They'll have the top of the order coming up in the 9th. They've been out hit 5-2, and they trail 4-0. Good cut. Jeter fouls it. 1-1. Two balls and a strike. Baden-Hop misses wide. Baden-Hop was in the Saturday game at home against Baltimore for 2/3. Gave up a hit and picked up a strikeout. And there's a strike on Jeter. A full count. Chopped to third. Rhymes looks the runner back to second. Two gone now with Jeter out third to first. Rhymes to Pena. Well, the Rays have something for everyone this Father's Day, Sunday, June 17th. The first 10,000 kids 14 and under get a David Price jersey wallet presented by Grove Financial. And then after the game, Gretchen Wilson, Three Doors Down, and ZZ Top take the stage. For tickets, visit RaysBaseball.com. Pitching change coming for the Rays. We'll be back in a moment.
There are a lot of cars out there. Many of them claim to have great this or great that. But what if you could put all of their collective greatness together? That would be one awesome car. The best-selling car in America, even. That would be the new Toyota Camry. Redefining the class once again. Right now, get 0% APR on the all-new 2012 Camry. Plus, get Toyota Care with complimentary maintenance and roadside assistance.
Got a fresh new start. It's a brand new day. And I got lots of love to give away. It don't matter if it's raining. Nothing can faze me. I make my own.
Remember everything your yard needs every single spring. Just one of the many ways My Lowe's revolutionizes managing your entire home. Sign up at Lowe's.com. Lowe's, never stop improving.
Exciting things are happening at Burger King.
So David, to make our delicious strawberry banana fruit smoothies, we take real fruit and we put it in that blender.
And you press the button.
No. Oh, you probably should take your shirt off.
Shirt off?
Shirt off.
Shirt off. Shirt off. Top it off?
I vote for shirt off.
Shirt off.
Shirt on.
Shirt off.
No shirt off. David Beckham is not taking his shirt off. You're welcome. The new real fruit smoothies and frappes. Come and get it at Burger King.
You're watching Fox's Sun Sports, where Rays fans live.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Tampa Bay Rays and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Tampa Bay Rays.
J.P. Howell will take over on the hill for the Rays. J.P. on with a runner at second. Two gone. He's going to face Curtis Granderson. The pitch, a strike around the knees. Tapper to first. Fair ball for Pena, unassisted. The Yankees pick up 2. They leave a man. We go to the 9th. 4-0 New York.
Have you ever made the best of a bad situation? Maybe gone and taken something not yours for the taking.
Life should be equal parts responsibility and fun. Introducing the new Acura ILX. Move up without settling down.
What's that? When I take a picture of this check, it goes straight to the bank. Oh. Oh, look, the line's out.
No, Mommy, no!
Don't worry, honey. It only works on checks.
Deposit checks from your smartphone with Chase Quick Deposit. Just snap a picture, hit send, and done. Take a step forward and chase what matters.
When it comes to patient care, we think about treatment and recovery. How losing weight through bariatric surgery means gaining more energy. How treatment at our Children's Medical Center means hope for the whole family. And how reversing the effects of a stroke means moving forward with special plans. At Tampa General Hospital, our award-winning care treats the illness and restores the spirit. Tampa General Hospital, trusted for our expertise, chosen for our care.
Now Rays down to their final shot, down 4-0 here in the top of the 9th inning. Well, this MLB on Fox season, Fox Sports is proud to support Boys and Girls Clubs of America, a place where youth can reach their full potential as productive, caring, responsible citizens. To learn more, please visit greatfutures.org/Fox Sports.
Wise will stay in the game and play left field after running for Ibanez as we go to the 9th inning. And Ivan Nova, who has never thrown a complete game in the major leagues, is 3 outs away from a complete game shutout. In fact, the only complete game he has as a professional was in 2009 when he pitched for Scranton, and he threw a 7-inning complete game as part of a doubleheader in the minor leagues. There's a line drive off the bat of Jennings, and that's going to be in there for extra bases. Jennings hitting second. He'll turn second and go to third. No throw. A 3-base hit for Desmond Jennings back toward the 399 marker. And Jennings motors all the way around to third on the very first pitch here in the 9th.
Well, this was a hanger here by Nova. And Desmond Jennings strokes that ball. It's big out there in left center field. Desmond makes this look easy. No hesitation whatsoever. Right into third without a throw.
Well, here is B.J. Upton. 3rd triple of the year for Desmond Jennings. Upton takes the pitch for a strike. That 7-inning complete game he had for Scranton came against the Rays AAA team, the Durham Bulls, in the first game of a doubleheader, and it was a loss. He gave up 5 earned runs, 6 runs total, but pitched 7 innings in the first game of a doubleheader against the Durham Bulls. He has a 4-0 lead right now in the 9th inning, but has given up the opening triple to Jennings. And he's just over 100 pitches. Upton hits one deep to right field. Swisher's going to run back to the corner. It's off the wall, deflects off Swisher. There goes Upton to third base. He'll move in standing up as he drives in Jennings, and the Rays break up the shutout. It's 4-1. Back-to-back triples by Jennings and Upton here. First triple of the year for BJ.
Well, that did not take long. BJ Upton taking this ball, making a bid for a 2-run homer to right field. A lot of carry. I think BJ thought that he got it, but this ball high off the wall and then high off of Swisher. BJ was going to be happy with the double and then saw that ball get away, and that's what you can do with speed.
So the Rays are on the board. Ivan Nova will leave, giving up the hits to Jennings and Upton. Back with a new pitcher in a moment.
What happened to my sub? I don't know. Hey, Chief, did you take my sub?
No, this one got avocado on it.
Oh, mine had avocado on it.
Well, how about that?
I don't.
I'll help you find yours when I'm done.
Thanks. Well.
Get your own Subway Chipotle steak and cheese with avocado, the rich superfood, or add it to your favorite sub. It's avocado season at Subway.
Hi, I'm Frankie Edgar of the UFC. A lot of people think, just because I'm a fighter, that I'm different than most guys. That's not the case at all. I'm really just like any husband who likes to spend a nice afternoon with his wife at the zoo. Can you hold this for me, babe? Come on, baby. Calm down, relax. Take it easy. I think we're gonna need a lot bigger litter box.
Whoa, Megan Landry alert. And she's looking directly at your new Lumia. Thank you, AT&T. First, why don't you show her the curved edge? Now, move on to the slick navigation tiles. Bam, right into the People Hub. See, Megan? Colin has lots of friends.
Hey, Colin, what kind of phone is that?
What? Oh, Megan, when did you get here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, let's do it.
Introducing the beautifully different Nokia Lumia 900, only from AT&T. Rethink possible.
You're watching Fox's Sun Sports.
Triples to open the ninth by Desmond Jennings and B.J. Upton, and the Rays have a run. It's 4-1. Rafael Soriano is the new pitcher. 7 of 7 in save opportunities.
On for the 21st time, filling in very well. The injured Mariano Rivera and David Robertson.
Eight innings plus for Nova. And Matt Joyce will be the first man to face Soriano. The pitch is a strike around the knees. One hit for Joyce against Soriano, a home run. Upstairs, 1-1 now. Cut to miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's David Phelps. The Rays saw him in the last series between these two teams. Pitch is popped up, foul ball. Martin back near the screen and makes the catch. So Joyce fouls out. First down in the ninth.
That ball was just too elevated, too high for Matt Joyce to get on top of it. Shot that thing straight up in the air.
Here's Ben Zobrist. Ben has had a nice run of success against Soriano, 3 out of 6.
You're just hoping, if you're a Rays fan, a Rays player, Ben Zobrist, somebody get a base hit right here, drive that run and make it 4-2 and get that tying run to the plate. Give yourself one last chance.
The foul the other way. Out of play. Hideki Matsui is on deck. Well, what was it? Madden said last night when he hit Matsui fourth. Matsui has a flair for the dramatic. Well, a base hit by Zobrist would give him an opportunity to flare and then some for the dramatic. The 0-1. Inside, he did not go. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. One and two.
One of those swings that you start and immediately regret. Ben goes and then says why.
He'll wind up chasing the pitch up out of the strike zone. Now he's behind in the count, 1 and 2. And he's out on strikes. Way up, he got him to chase and then got him when the bottom fell out of the pitch.
And it was almost the same swing. You start to go, realize this ball's breaking out of the zone, and wish you hadn't.
Two outs here in the 9th. Hideki Matsui. Matsui 0 for 3 tonight. Twice he's hit the ball to the warning track. Once to center and once to left. And he takes it down and in. A ball and no strikes. Jennings has scored. Upton's at third. He's there with 2 outs now. And the pitch taken down for ball 2, 2-0. Could they get Pena to the plate? Matsui would have to keep it going. And he takes ball 3. Well, he's not helping Soriano at all.
No, and you gladly take that. I mean, a walk here in a 3-0 count. Get the tying run to the plate. That man right there.
3-0 pitch taken for a strike. Swing and a long one. High and deep to right. Will he have enough? Swisher to the track. He's got it. And that will end the game. For the 3rd time tonight, Matsui hits it to the warning track. He tried all 3 fields tonight and just didn't quite have enough on that one. And this ball game is over. The Rays settle for a run on 2 hits, back-to-back triples in the 9th. It's a 4-1 final here tonight. And as promised earlier in the game, it's Miller time, brought to you by Miller Lite. Matsui worked the count to 3-1. Gave this one a ride, but not quite deep enough. As Swisher got back there to catch it on the warning track to end this game. So New York winners last night 7-0 over the Rays. It's a 4-1 final tonight. The Rays will fall out of first, and we'll be back in a moment.
Pool party at your house? Taking a little we time? At Pinch A Penny, we believe the perfect backyard begins with the perfect pool. And with more than 210 locally owned stores, Over 37 years in the business and more certified pool experts than anyone else. It's no wonder more pool owners choose us. You see, we're not just your neighborhood pool store, we're your neighbors. What's more perfect than that? Pinch a Penny, the perfect people for a perfect pool.
Nobody does what Papa John's does.
You choose. For just $10, get a large pizza with your choice of any 2 toppings. That's Papa John's quality for just $10. Or for just $2 more, get any large pizza, even specialties. Plus, earn free pizza fast with Papa Rewards when you order at papajohns.com. Get a large pizza with your choice of any 2 toppings for just $10. Or for just $2 more, get any large pizza.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
How fast is your internet? Chances are it depends. If you only have one device online, you get one speed. But if you have multiple devices and you're streaming video and gaming, you get a different speed. Verizon Fios is different. It's 100% fiber optic. That means it's faster and can handle everything you do online. Fios is America's fastest, most reliable internet, period. Do you have the speed you need? Take the speed test now at verizon.com/up-to-speed.
So over 4-1, the final. The New York Yankees have beaten the Rays. Nova the winner, Cobb the loser. Soriano picks up the save before 38,370. Took 2 hours and 33 minutes to play this game. We'll be with you tomorrow at 6:30. Rays and the Yankees in the wrap-up game of the series. For Brian Anderson, Dwayne Stats, hope you've enjoyed the telecast, if not the outcome. See you next on Rays Live, the postgame.
I need somebody, not just anybody. You know I need someone.
Life's better when you get the right help. H.H. Gregg Appliances and Electronics. Latest technology, lower prices, smarter associates. H.H. Gregg and hhgregg.com. We help.
Reeling in big fish is nothing new in Florida. But now, you can reel in big cash with the new Guy Harvey Scratch-Off game from the Florida Lottery. Scratch one of 6 Collector Series tickets featuring Florida marine wildlife for a chance at over $11 million in instant cash prizes. Plus, enter your non-winning tickets in the Sportsman's Paradise Second Chance Drawing at FLALottery.com, where you could win a fishing trip of a lifetime. Play the new Guy Harvey Scratch-Off game today, and you just might land a winner.
Ready for some kickin' chicken? Checkers flavor-loaded boxes. Try our new spicy chicken bites. Juicy white meat kicked up with cayenne pepper. Or Checkers original fun and poppable chicken bites. Both loaded with seasoned fries. Spicy or original box for just $2 unbeatable bucks. Now that's a kick. Checkers, feast on. Get a rich and creamy classic cone this Sunday. Free with any purchase.
We found cancer. Let's consider your options.
Doctor, tell me what you know about CyberKnife.
Tampa Bay Radiation Oncology brought CyberKnife to the Bay Area. CyberKnife can successfully treat tumors anywhere on the body. With CyberKnife, there's no incision, no cutting, no anesthesia. Treatments usually last only a week or so. Most patients resume their normal activities almost immediately. When cancer strikes, strike back with CyberKnife. Available at Tampa Bay Radiation Oncology.
Alex Cobb on the mound for the Rays, and Mark Teixeira says, hey kid, welcome to Yankee Stadium. Takes him out with a second inning solo home run. Cobb gave up another solo home run in the 4th inning, but really that was it until the 8th. A pretty good outing for the kid, but not good enough, alas, as the Yankees take Game 2 of this 3-game series, 4-1, the final over the Rays tonight at Yankee Stadium. Good to be with you, Barry LeBrock, Orestes Estrada. I guess on the bright side, there were no errors tonight. The fielding, and I say that only half in jest because they played a nice defensive game. got a nice pitching performance, but
real nice pitching performance.
The hitting, it's just you can't win Major League Baseball games the way this offense has been going the last couple of days.
Well, actually, the last couple of weeks. I mean,
Okay.
let's be honest. I mean, really, the offense has sputtered a little bit here in the last couple of weeks, and that happens to the Rays. It happened 2 years ago, and it happened last year, and we fought through it, and we made the playoffs. In fact, won a division once through it. So, hold on for a second. There is some cavalry on the way, and again, by one main guy that needs to heal real well, and that's Evan Longoria. One bright spot in the offense is Desmond Jennings. I said yesterday when he punched one little base hit in his last time up, I thought that was a good sign. And today, 2 bullets, the single in the first and a nice triple. The key thing about the triple, and we'll see it a little bit later in the highlights, how well he was running. Very fluid, looked like old Desmond Jennings, no problem with the knee injury.
Yeah, it looked like he was never
That's
injured.
big.
It looks like there's no lingering effects from that knee. You could go through a baseball game and pick out moments, meaningful moments in retrospect, but the missed opportunities tonight, it was clear, third, fourth inning that it was going to be a low-scoring game. But there, even going back to the first inning, there were times when they had guys on base and they just could not come through with a base hit, or they would hit the ball hard right at somebody. An example here in the first inning, and there he is, Desmond Jennings leading it off, but then with 1 on and 1 out, Matt Joyce comes up and stings one.
Yeah, he really does. I mean, he hits a bullet. In fact, when he first hit it, I go, oh, base hit up the middle.
Yeah.
We got first and third. But sure enough, again, that's how the offense is going right now. It's not all, bad approaches. It's a combination of bad approaches and also, trust me, bad, luck. Just a little bit, a smidgen. If Matsui just gets on top of that ball just a little bit, it's gone.
Yeah.
It's a 2-run home run.
That's in the fourth with a man on third. 7th inning, Matsui again. He hit like 1,200 feet of fly balls tonight.
And got nothing for it.
Nothing to show
I
for
mean,
it.
all warning tracks, all slightly I'm talking millimeters on the head of the bat.
Right. Sean Rodriguez here was on second, and after this double, I think this might have been a single and an error, but they gave him a double.
I think
there.
he slipped. I think they gave it to him because he slipped,
Yeah.
so it's kind of hard. They didn't want to give him an error for
And then an out later, Will Rhymes comes up with a chance to knock him in, and he just got, Nova got in his kitchen right there. So then in the 9th inning, after back-to-back triples, man on third, they don't need to knock him in here, but they need to get another base runner. Joyce popped up, Zobrist struck out, and then here goes Matsui again.
Not that it would have tied up the game, but, I mean, look at another swing that just missed by Hideki Matsui. So, again, I lived it, man. Offense could be so frustrating.
Yeah.
And just by that millimeter, you miss a ball, you don't get on top, you get under, or you hit it a couple of feet to the right, a couple of feet to the left, and you got first and third. So a lot of things could have happened. I'm actually pretty pleased with the game today, stuff that you can build on.
Yeah, if that one goes out, they bring up Carlos Pena in the 9th inning as the tying run. So it's 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Yankees. 1 run, again, 4 hits. No errors for the Rays. All right, let's send it back out to the scene of the crime in New York. The guys who called it for you, Dwayne Statz and Brian Anderson, with their thoughts. Gentlemen.
All right, thank you both very much. Well, the Rays got a great pitching performance, as we thought they might, from Alex Cobb. But this is the second time the Rays have seen Ivan Nova, second time here in the first week of May, I think on the 8th of May. He pitched a very similar game against the Rays, and tonight was very good. And, we mentioned at about the middle of the game, 5 of the last 7 times he had pitched coming into this game, he'd given up as many as 5 runs or more to the opposing hitters. But not the Rays. He pitched himself one heck of a game here tonight.
Well, what he did is he came out and he pounded the strike zone. He came right at this lineup. I think that, the Yankees have the feeling after watching what Andy Pettit did last night that this Rays, offense struggling to score runs, so they're going to go into attack mode. It got started off in a nice way. Desmond Jennings taking that ball the other way, gets right on base, but that would be just about it until you got late in the game. The slider work, they're climbing the ladder with the fastball. Nova really had all the pitches work and catching B.J. Upton looking there on a ball that ended up down the middle, but then again, another slider, the back-to-back curveballs to Carlos Pena, but then you get to the 9th inning, and the Yankees were able to tack on 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th to give them a 4-run lead, and they would need it because the Rays would threaten here. You get a triple here by Desmond Jennings, and then Nova, a ball away to B.J. Upton. B.J. making a bid for a 2-run homer. Not to be, but he triples, and now you've got to go to the bullpen. So now it's a 4-1 game, runner on third. And how about the job that Rafael Soriano does? 1, 2, 3, fly ball to the warning track. Saves an earned run for Ivan Nova. Strands B.J. Upton at third base, is able to close it out. The Yankees walk away from this one victorious.
Yeah, there's the line on Nova. 8 innings plus 103 pitches. He gave up just the 1 run on 4 hits, very similar to his line against the Rays on the 8th of May. And I guess we could play the what-if game all night. What if the Yankees don't tack on 2? What happens in the 9th, the way you play that 9th inning? But the Rays found themselves down by 4. They got back-to-back triples, scored a run, and fall short here against Nova and the New York Yankees. And with this loss, fellas, they dropped to 3rd now in the American League East, but a full game back. The Baltimore Orioles have won their game, and you get the feeling that it's going to be like this the rest of the way in the American League East. I think Joe Girardi said it earlier. He thinks it's going to be close all year, and I think that's a pretty safe prediction. The Rays looking for more offense. That will come over time. Their pitching continues to keep them in games, and that was the case tonight, but just not enough offense. Let's go back to the studio.
Hey, guys, just quick, compared to last night, obviously, which was a really ugly game in a lot of ways because, you know, not only the errors, but the 0-2 home run. A lot better, crisper game. At least overall, I think there was some positive things to take out of this, especially for Cobb moving forward for a few more starts that we're going to need him. And even the offense, I thought, hit the ball pretty solidly. Just, you know, needed an inch or two here or there. Your thoughts and your feel over there in Yankee Stadium for the game?
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And, B.A., I think we saw some of the same things that Orestes is talking about here. Sooner or later, you've got to get more offense. We saw some spark late. Not a lot of that down the middle of this game. But I think you're right about the crispness of this game, particularly on the heels of last night.
Well, yeah. I mean, Alex Cobb threw the ball extremely well. You know, we've seen him when he has struggled this year or gone through stretches, you know, where he's walked. He had 4 walks in that start against the Red Sox in 5 innings. You know, he tended to rush his delivery, the ball up in the zone. I thought he did a nice job of staying over that rubber, working all of his pitches, working the ball down in the zone. He needed to be able to hang into that ball game late and give the Rays a chance. So he did a very nice job. Saw some smooth athletic plays once again from Sean Rodriguez out at shortstop. Defensively played very well. And I thought offensively, again, not getting it done at the end of the day. You know, a late charge to score 1 run. And it's sad when you talk about a late charge to score 1 run. But I thought that Andy Pettitte last night didn't miss at all. I mean, I can't think of one pitch off the top of my head that he missed out over the plate. He was pitching to the inner third, the outer third, or off the plate. I thought Nova gave the Rays tonight more chances, obviously, than Andy Pettitte did. More pitches that caught the middle of the plate, but ultimately, the Rays offense still not able to do much with it, just score the 1 run and, you know, lose another ball game here in New York. So they're definitely going to have to try to go home, get rid of this one mentally, come back tomorrow and try it again. And it's going to be tough tomorrow. Good thing you got David Price going because you're going to be facing CC Sabathia.
Oh, you got to bring that up. CC, a couple of great lefties, and Nova just an absolutely, you know, a night where he really faced no adversity at all. Easy throwing and made quick work of the Rays. Thank you, guys. We will see you tomorrow for Game 3 of this series as the Rays try to salvage it. You know, as you look for silver linings, you don't look in the game. You look before the game when we saw the guy that we really need back in this lineup, Evan Longoria, taking batting practice. Longoria spoke today really for the first time definitively about how he has been feeling and what his plan is moving forward. He said that he's feeling good right now. Everything is going according to plan, and he thinks by the end of this road trip, which means Sunday, he's going to be playing somewhere, likely on a, this is not his words, these are my words, likely on a minor league rehab assignment. He's not going to jump right back into Major League Baseball. And then Joe Madden said probably another week or so after that he'll be back in the lineup for the Rays. But just seeing Longoria take batting practice and doing some running in the outfield is a totally welcome sight for sore eyes of Rays fans everywhere. You know, you don't like to put too much stock in getting one guy back, but, you know, this guy is as valuable to us as any player is to his team in all of baseball. Here's Evan talking today before the game.
What is the progress report?
It's feeling good. It's feeling good. You know, it's at the point where I'm ready to push it, and I'm ready to see where we can get on a daily basis. You know, I think we're past all the bad stuff. It's taken a lot of steps forward in the past week and a half, and so I think right now, I mean, the goal the optimistic goal is to go out somewhere and play at the end of this road trip. So, again, I waited as long as I could to talk to you guys because, it's felt, it's been feeling better and better. And obviously, I wanted to give you guys good news. So, I mean, it's good news for me. It's good news for everybody, I guess, that cares about me being back in that lineup. But, it's felt really good. And, again, like I said, I'm hoping to go somewhere and play either, during or at the end of this road trip.
All right, there was Evan Longoria. You saw him taking the batting practice. That video was from today as well. He took batting practice yesterday at Yankee Stadium, too. We had this discussion during the game. It came up. You actually posed the question. Guys that are on the disabled list right now, Major League Baseball, and you have some big names out there. Who is the most valuable to his team? This guy at least is... There's no one more valuable. I'm not going to say he's the most. Right. You can't make a case that anyone's more valuable.
Well, what you got to look into is what type of team you're talking about when that guy goes down and how is the team doing for the duration of him being down. We know he's been down now for 5 weeks, and we battled. We battled the first 2.5 weeks or so, and it was like, boom, and we're getting things done. The last 2.5 weeks is kind of catching up to us, and the loss of him is kind of, really becoming more, magnified. Yep. And so for my list, my big five, obviously, is Elo and what he means to this offense and to this team, by the way. He is the captain, so to speak, of this team.
I think Carlos Pena might be the team's emotional leader, and Luke Scott took over some of that role. But as a guy everyone looks to.
Well, and also to the future. Okay. Because this is the Derek Jeter of the Tampa Bay Rays. Okay. By that I mean he came on right when they changed to the Rays in 2008 and just is going to fly with them right through the next many, many years. To be honest with you, we don't know how long Carlos Pena is going to be here. Right. So Elo is number one. Matt Kemp, to me, is number two. Yeah. And the loss of him, and I kind of put them together because it's a hamstring injury. So you got to be careful.
I think the Dodgers tried to rush. I don't want to say the Dodgers. Kemp tried to rush Kemp back.
Tried to rush
how angry he was when he got hurt.
That's right.
Came back too soon. He's back on the DL.
And they're huge to their team because now you pitch around Ethier, Ryan Howard, Chase Utley, that duo right there. Well, look what it's doing to Philly. They're in last place, still playing at around 500. And then the other guy is Jacoby Ellsbury. Right. These are just magnified guys. These are guys that when they come back into the clubhouse, come back into that starting nine, just take your offense to another level. Yeah. And that's what I think we're going to see with Elo. Not just in the clubhouse, defensively. He's a two-time Gold Glover. He had that one little, blip in early the season, just getting used to it. But he's an incredible defensive. He'll help the defense. Right. You don't understand, having been there, that what a particular guy or two guys bring to raising your, okay, let's go now. You know what I mean? So I think he's going to be a major addition. And we're talking, a couple of weeks. We just have to hold on here, try to play 500 for those couple of weeks.
Yeah. All right. So good news on Evan Longoria as he gets set to return. Let's send it back to New York right now. Joe Maddon speaking in the manager's office at Yankee Stadium.
Joe, just not much offense until the very end.
Yeah, I mean, both pitchers pitched really well. I mean, you have to give Nova credit as well as Cobb. Cobb was excellent. Gave a couple home runs and then finally a couple ground balls and a ball in a gap. I mean, he was outstanding. Definitely deserved, pitched well enough to win that game. But their guy was outstanding. He just really exhibits great, he being Nova, a great command of his breaking ball versus us. He's done that in the past. You look at his numbers, and I can't believe they're accurate because every time we see him, he looks like that. Good, better played game on our part. I liked that. Even though we didn't win, I thought we played better. We pitched well. We just did not hit. That's all.
Top of the lineup, Desmond started game with a single, and then it was good to see him stretch the legs out with that triple.
Yeah, he looked like he was running easily. There was no labor in it. Line drive kind of to right center first base. That was a nicely hit ball in the gap right there. He looks good. It was nice to see BJ right there. Matsui, I thought swung the bat well all game without any real luck. He has been. You look at his batting average; it's very deceiving because he's actually hit the ball pretty well for outs. We just have to get some of the guys going. We got to get Zoe going, of course, and Carlos going, of course, and Scotty, etc. But I like the battle tonight. We just got outpitched.
With Zobrist, you've seen some uncharacteristic swings outside the zone for him.
Yeah, he's just again, it's one of those moments. Every baseball team, most every baseball player goes through those moments during the course of the year. It's hard to be perfect for 162 games, and I don't expect them to be. We just have to support our guys through these tougher moments, and we will. And because, Zoe's going to work. You don't have to worry about Zoe. Zoe's always going to work. Nobody cares more than he does. So you just have to work through these moments, support your guys, and they'll come out on the other end.
What did Cobb do well tonight? Seemed like a lot of ground balls, like it usually does.
He always does. He's a ground ball machine. He's got a little bit of a two-seamer with the fastball. It moves and it dives at the end. The very good changeup. He threw some good curveballs. Everything he does pretty much encourages the hitter to put the ball on the ground. Now, they did hit 2 homers. But other than that, you got 2 ground ball base hits and a ball in the gap. So for the most part, he was on the ground, and that's his MO.
Sometimes when your offense is struggling, you look for that spark off the bench. After Sean's double, did you think at all about Luke, either with Molina or Rhymes, to try and tie the game?
No. I felt actually very good. Molina's hit a home run against them, and, if you look at Nova, like you said, that breaking ball on the lefties sometimes could be actually very difficult. Lou's been having a hard time with that particular breaking ball, so I didn't see that as being a good matchup. Whereas if J-Mo just walks into one, it could go out down the left field line. So I felt that was the right way to go right there.
Joe, how much of tonight did you think was your hitting, and how much did you think it was Nova?
It was, he pitched well. I will never denigrate or lessen somebody else's performance just to try to rationalize. He pitched really well. He pitched well. We have not been the best hitting team as of late. I can't argue that. But his command of his breaking stuff, he pitched well. Not only that, he pitched well with his fastball. He was very good. With him, you like to get a couple guys on and then hopefully try to rattle him a bit, but we just could not even get guys on base in order to get him in a stretch long enough to do something. He was in pretty much command of the game. So regardless of our prowess or lack of it hitting more recently, I thought he pitched really well.
All right, Joe Madden, after the Rays 4-1 loss to the Yankees in Game 2 of this series, he actually just answered a question that we were going to bring up a bit later. Why was Luke Scott in the lineup tonight against the righty? We'll talk about it anyway when we come back. Plenty more to come here on Rays Live as we settle in the middle game of this 3-game series between the Yankees and the Rays in New York. Rays Live postgame presented by Checkers is back after a short break. 4-1 Yanks in Game 2 in the Bronx.
Friendly Kia won't break the bank. New cars at used car prices. Now that's friendly.
I love my friendly Kia.
Ready for some kickin' chicken? Checkers flavor-loaded boxes. Try our new spicy chicken bites. Juicy white meat kicked up with cayenne pepper. Or Checkers original fun and poppable chicken bites. Both loaded with seasoned fries. Spicy or original box for just $2 unbeatable bucks. Now that's a kick. Checkers, feast on. Get a rich and creamy classic cone this Sunday. Free with any purchase.
There are a lot of cars out there. Many of them claim to have great this or great that. But what if you could put all of their collective greatness together? That would be one awesome car. The best-selling car in America, even. That would be the new Toyota Camry. Redefining the class once again. Right now, get 0% APR on the all-new 2012 Camry. Plus, get Toyota Care with complimentary maintenance and roadside assistance.
For over 50 years, AMCO's been known as the transmission expert.
My car goes band adjustment, a simple fix.
Car's giving me a...
car's giving me a...
Over the years, a lot has changed.
Giving a...
Time for a tune-up.
No, just clearing my throat.
But some things never will. AC not cool? We'll check it for free. AA MCO.
Working together, we can accomplish amazing things. And it's in that spirit of partnership that we're making changes for a healthier you. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Florida is now Florida Blue. And we're offering a more personal, one-on-one approach to your health and wellness with convenience centers and a variety of plans designed to fit your budget. We're Florida Blue, and we want to be your partner in the pursuit of health. Visit a Florida Blue center near you.
Friendly Kia won't break the bank. New cars starting under $14,000. Now that's friendly.
I love my friendly Kia.
Rays Live is brought to you by Friendly Kia. convenient from anywhere. Like the Rays, our price can't be beat. If you drive a Kia, you'll buy a Kia. All right, we asked you a text poll question before the game tonight and throughout the game. Will the Rays be in first place when Evan Longoria returns? And as the night went on, this vote kind of shifted more to no. 65% of you said no, the Rays will not be in first place. 35% of you said yes, they will be in first place.
Well, they were waiting for this game, too, to see if maybe we might take this series?
I think what was happening here is they were watching the offense not produce all night, and the vote was shifting toward no as they went. But we've seen from this team before, they always seem to bounce back after bad performances. Matsui and Jeter hugging it out before this game, bottom two. Alex Cobb was cruising until right here.
Yeah, a hanging breaking ball. I mean, you can't, obviously, the Mark Teixeira was starting to heat up. You know how Teixeira usually hits up around June and July are his big months. And we're starting to see it because he had a good end of May.
Bottom fourth, watch A-Rod. Starts going on this pitch, but Molina just like, snags that ball out of the air and throws it down and gets A-Rod. Watch, he puts himself in motion as soon as it bounces away.
Oh, he got a no man's land there.
Uh-oh.
He thought the ball actually was a wild pitch by him.
Yeah.
It was kind of a deke. And then the next pitch, pretty much, or a couple pitches later, line drive home run.
And there were no hits since the Teixeira home run. And then the Cano home run. Yanks up 2-0. Then in the ninth, the Rays, they had 2 hits all game. Then they get it going a little bit, and you like how Des Jennings is running here.
Check it out. Check him out. Look, he's just looking like he was in spring training, looking like he was at the beginning of the season prior to a fairly serious knee injury that kept him out for 3 or 4 weeks.
He looked like I'll have another in the home stretch. By the way, David Price,
very nice.
David Price says his uncle makes the horseshoes for I'll have another. What? I don't know if he was messing with me, but he went on record with that. I'm going to check into that.
Check that one out. This one was not pretty.
Yeah, you had man on third, 1 run in, nobody out, and then Joyce popped up. Zoe goes down on a bad swing, and Matsui, who hit the ball a ton tonight, flies out to end it.
Matsui's hitting probably about $140 or something.
I'll tell you what, he's hitting $125.
Yeah, $125. He has hit the ball. He's the hardest hitting $125 since he joined us about a week ago.
Yeah.
He's had so many balls that he's just missed. Obviously, a couple that he didn't miss in a couple of home runs and 4 RBIs. So he's having really good at bats. You know, he just got in here. I mean, when you really cumulative put it together, he's got maybe like 60 at bats so far between the minor league stint before getting called up. So he's getting going as long as his legs are good. You know, there's a fear here with the offense. You know, there's this like, oh, what's going on? We're going back. But there's a positive. I really think that as you get into the summer months, most hitters, big hitters, especially like the Peñas and the Matsuis and the Luke Scotts, they always heat up in June, July, August. So that's coming. Pitchers start getting a little tired. And then